Throughout North America. Visit FPPF.com.
Eric and Gary for the Eden Pure Thunderstorm Air Purifier. Tons of questions about the Eden Pure Thunderstorm Air Purifier. We thought we'd do a little Q&A. Here's a question. Does it work on any smell? Yes, the Thunderstorm gets rid of strong odors from cooking, cigarette smoke, litter boxes, and more. Even the mildew smell from basements.
How long does it take to work? Immediately. The Thunderstorm starts working in seconds to clear a room of any odor. What about replacement filters? No, you never need them. Does the Thunderstorm Air Purifier really work? Over 350,000 Thunderstorms have been sold already with thousands of 5-star reviews online.
Here's a question we get a lot. How do I get a deal on the Eden Pure Thunderstorm? Right now, you can save $200 on 3 Thunderstorms for whole home protection. That's 3 units for under $200. Just go to EdenPureDeals.com, enter the discount code REDEYE. That's EdenPureDeals.com, discount code REDEYE, and you get free shipping.
Hi, Tom Bodette. I heard about this exclusive deal between Motel 6 and Denny's. So exclusive, in fact, that I can't get it. It's just for truckers, and my CDL's long expired. But if you're a trucker, now you can roll into any Denny's travel center and order an original Grand Slam breakfast for only Motel $6. Well, first, make sure you head to My 6 Marketplace in the Motel 6 app to download your coupon. I'm Tom Bodette for Motel 6, and we'll see you at Denny's.
Red Eye Radio and our sponsors are devoted to trucking safety. That's why we are proud to bring you the Red Eye Radio Million Mile Club. We've been saluting drivers who have surpassed the million-mile mark with preventable accident-free driving. By reaching this milestone, you can be a part of an elite club of drivers who share remarkable safety records and demonstrate superior driving skills. If you or someone you know is a truck driver with 1,000,000 miles or more of driving under your belt without a preventable accident, register online at redeyeradioshow.com. That's redeyeradioshow.com. The Red Eye Radio Million Mile Club would not be possible without the generous support of the fine folks from Petro Stopping Centers, House Lubricator, Motel 6, the St. Christopher Fund, and Cat Scale. We applaud the individual truckers and fleets who drive with care and keep our highways safe. The Red Eye Radio Million Mile Club, devoted to trucking safety. Register online at redeyeradioshow.com.
The St. Christopher Truckers Relief Fund is excited to once again offer its diabetes prevention program, Driving Down Diabetes. This free CDC-approved year-long program begins January 9th, 2023, with live webinars focusing on nutrition, movement, stress management, sleep, and more. Sponsored by Southern Recipe, this program is for those at risk not already diagnosed with diabetes. Go to truckersfund.org, take the risk assessment located under the Health and Wellness tab, and sign up today.
I'm Aaron Tippett. I've been blessed to be able to make a living at what I love, making music for more than 25 years. But it didn't get there overnight. There were a lot of long days and nights of working just to make ends meet. Good things in life don't always come easy, but when you sweat for what you want, it makes it even sweeter when you get it. So remember to work hard, and when the opportunities present themselves, you got to be ready to grab. This message is brought to you by the United States Air Force.
This is Nnamdi Asamoah. I play football for the Philadelphia Eagles, but what I do off the field with United Way might be more important. I'm a volunteer tutor and mentor. Why? Because over 1 million kids a year drop out of school, and that's not okay. It takes 12 years to create a graduate, but it takes about the same time to create a dropout. And the difference between a child becoming one or the other could be me. Or it could be you. Studies show that if we get to these kids earlier, their chances are better. And kids who read well by 3rd grade are more likely to graduate. So join me in United Way. Suit up and take the pledge. Become a volunteer reader, tutor, or mentor. Because when a child succeeds, we all succeed. Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Take the pledge at unitedway.org. Brought to you by United Way, the Ad Council, and the National Football League.
You see miracles all the time at our children's hospital, but miracles never come easy. That's why, as great as children's hospitals are, they need our support to keep miracles happening. Put your money where the miracles are. Support your Children's Miracle Network Hospital.
Telling it like it really is.
That's the fact.
It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
It's Red Eye Radio. He is Eric Carney, and I'm Gary McNamara. Good morning. Thank you so much for being here. Not the most positive hour.
Actually, I think it is positive because I think the truth sometimes is very
You're right.
harsh and brutal, and has to be in the face of such ridiculous behavior that is by choice as a nation. We've lined up all the dominoes to fall against us over and over and over again. We proactively go out and beg for this to happen, and then have the gall to complain about it when it does.
Yeah. That's the society we live in.
Yeah.
I mean, the perfect example is Adams in New York.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, it was interesting that I think it was National Review said he's trying to sound like he's always been this way. He goes, no, he was completely welcoming of all sanctuary cities and migrants and everything else.
Yeah.
And now that it's hitting them, well, we didn't expect it to be this much.
Yeah, how did you not?
Well, you knew it was going to be that amount because that's what the leader of your party has wanted to do all this time, and that's what the Democrats have been attempting to do for the last 30 years.
Right.
And it's like
This was the goal.
Right. And defund the police. Well, we didn't expect criminals. We just thought all the criminals were just stealing for their families.
Mm-hmm. They were nice people.
Right. Apparently, they're not stealing just for their families. They're stealing because they're bad people.
This is the goal. Chaos. It's been the goal from day one. Chaos is exactly what Democrats thrive on. But the problem is that it used to be dealt with in a much more indirect fashion. We'll set the ball rolling, and then we'll be at the bottom to catch it. Well, now they just started on fire and then scream that somebody started the fire, and everyone knows they did it.
News is brought to you by House Products. Visit houseproducts.com.
This is Red Eye Radio on Westwood One.
You are listening to Red Eye Radio, live from the Uniden America studio. Uniden, social media at its best. Go to uniden.com today. At Denny's, we have a special appreciation for America's truck drivers. Keep the goods moving and the country moving. That's why we're always ready with made-to-order meals that are ready when you are. Like the Lumberjack Slam, all your breakfast favorites in one truck-sized plate. Enjoy it with a cup of our always fresh coffee that's as endless as the road ahead. Whether it's dine-in or curbside pickup, get your favorite diner meal and be back on the road in no time. Craving a delicious pit stop? At Denny's, it's diner time. Hours in participating restaurants may vary, subject to availability.
At Consumer Cellular, you get the same exact coverage as the largest carriers, but for up to half the cost. Same thing, up to half the cost. Up to half the cost for the same thing. 50% the money for 100% the same thing. I hope I'm making myself clear. Consumer Cellular. When freedom calls, we're here to answer. Call us at 1-888-FREEDOM.
Half the cost savings based on cost of consumer cellular single line 5 gigabyte data plan with unlimited talk and text compared to lowest cost single line postpaid unlimited talk, text, and data plan offered by T-Mobile and Verizon May 2023.
Progressive Commercial presents Long Haul Dramas. Rain poured down on Vanessa's rig like she'd never seen before.
Actually, it was barely a drizzle.
The exit signs had changed. Vanessa was lost in a storm of confusion.
Nah, I figured it out pretty quick.
The horror.
Not really. Truckers don't have time for drama. That's why Progressive Commercial offers specialty coverage for heavy trucks, like primary liability limits up to $2 million. Get a quote at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates.
Were you hopeful for less chance of an inspection delay at the roadside in 2021? Compared to the 2020 pandemic year, you were disappointed as inspection likelihood rose from 2020 levels substantially. That's according to the new comprehensive analysis from Overdrive Magazine's decade-long CSA's Data Trail series. But the 2022 series update shows that state truck enforcement departments still aren't back to pre-COVID inspection levels. Learn more about this today. There are some new risks, though, in rising moving violations as well as hours of service detention. You can determine your own roadside risk with 48 state rankings in many inspection and violation categories. Download the full report via overdriveonline.com. Navigate to the regulations section to find the CSA's Data Trail 2022 update. That's overdriveonline.com in the regulations section, and check out CSA's Data Trail 2022 update today.
You know, truck drivers play a critical role in our economy, hauling almost everything we buy. These men and women are the unsung heroes and the backbone of America. When our heroes need support, they turn to the St. Christopher Truckers Relief Fund. The St. Christopher Truckers Relief Fund is a 501c3 truck driver charity that steps in to cover necessity household items when an injury or illness takes a driver off the road. Learn more and donate today at truckersfund.org. That's truckersfund.org.
News Radio 1340 WLWI AM, the home of the Dan Bongino Show. Also on 95.1 HD3 FM, Montgomery, Alabama, a Cumulus media station.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Stacey Lynn in Washington. A convicted killer is still on the run in Pennsylvania, and he may be armed. A resident reported that last night a man matching Danilo Cavalcante's description stole a rifle from her home. This is putting people even more on edge in Chester County, where police are telling them to stay inside.
If it's still like this in a couple of days, I know people around here aren't going to sit by and let it be like that. They might start going out and walking around on their own.
They've been searching for him for almost 2 weeks now. A law enforcement officer in Albuquerque is defying the New Mexico governor after she announced an emergency order to suspend the right to carry firearms in most public places. County Sheriff John Allen.
While I understand the urgency, the temporary ban challenges the foundations of our Constitution, but most importantly, it is unconstitutional.
Devastating flooding in Libya. Here's CBS's Vicki Barker.
In the eastern city of Derna alone, 700 people have already been buried. 10,000 are missing. 2 dams and 4 bridges collapsed when Storm Daniel hit Derna. A spokesman for the breakaway region's government says 25% of the city is gone. Similar scenes are playing out in the cities of Benghazi, Susa, and El Marj.
Meanwhile, survivors of the massive earthquake in Morocco are now assessing the scene, as we hear from CBS's Haley Ott.
In the remote communities of the Atlas Mountains, survivors sift through the rubble of their homes to salvage what's left of their possessions. People have received water and food aid, but say it's not enough. Many are begging their government to request more international aid.
And the Red Cross has now made an emergency appeal for over $100 million to help. Flood exposure is more dangerous than previous thought. Richard Fuller worked on a study by the World Bank.
And look at all of the different aspects of cardiovascular disease. Lead poisoning is just as big globally as smoking or cholesterol.
Google is facing off with the Justice Department in the biggest antitrust trial in decades. Tech contributor Ian Scher.
There's no question about the power the tech industry has. But the thing the court will be trying to figure out is whether or not Google in particular has been acting anti-competitively.
Another big name band cancels shows. Doctor's order says Aerosmith frontman Steven Tyler. The band canceling the next 6 shows because the singer's dealing with vocal cord damage. This is Aerosmith's Peace Out farewell tour. So fans will have to wait a little bit longer to say farewell to the band. This is CBS News.
You need to hire fast and hire right? You need Indeed. Their all-in-one hiring platform helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates efficiently. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
I'm Ty Burrell, actor and small business owner. I'm going to show you my steps for making the perfect radio ad. This one's about innovation refunds and the ERC. First step, be relatable. I like pizza and puppies. 2, cold hard info. The ERC is a tax credit for eligible businesses that kept employees on payroll in 2020 and 2021. So if you qualify, Innovation Refunds Network of Independent Tax Attorneys could help you someday. 3, go to innovationrefunds.com or call 1-843-REFUNDS. Innovation Refunds does not provide tax relief. Work with an independent network of tax professionals. Terms and conditions apply. Ties paid sponsor.
You don't have to live in Britain to get what the New York Times calls the best of British telly. Stream the UK's most brilliant series only on BritBox. Unlock acclaimed favourites including Vera and Stonehouse, starring Succession's Matthew McFadden. Plus, don't miss upcoming original dramas like Archie, the story of Hollywood's greatest leading man, Cary Grant. Lose yourself in Britain's best
that's got to be Miss
only on BritBox. Start a free trial at BritBox.com.
Somewhere around there.
Standoff is over, and some viewers can now watch their shows.
Disney channels like ABC and ESPN went dark for Spectrum customers on September 1st after Disney and Charter failed to come to terms over so-called carriage fees, or payments that cable and satellite TV operators pay to media companies to carry their networks. From The View,
this is the premiere show of our 27th year.
to the U.S. Open, 15 million customers could not watch. Neither company is disclosing financial terms of the deal, which was finalized hours before Monday Night Football was set to air on ABC and ESPN. Matt Piper, CBS News.
McDonald's is making a big change. The company is getting rid of self-serve soda fountains. They'll soon be phased out in all stores, and your drink will be poured by someone working behind the counter. They say the move's aimed at creating a more consistent experience, as well as cleaner public areas in its restaurants. Stacey Lynn, CBS News.
Looking for a fun way to win up to 25 times your money this football season? Test your skills on Prize Picks, the most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Just select 2 or more players, pick more or less on the projection for a wide variety of statistics, and place your entry. It's as easy as that. If you have the skills, you can turn $10 into $250 with just a few taps. Easy gameplay, quick withdrawals, and an enormous selection of players and stat options are what make Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. Ready to test your skills? Join the Prize Picks community of more than 7 million football fans who have already signed up. Right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit up to $100. Just visit prizepicks.com/primetime and use code PRIMETIME. That's code PRIMETIme at prizepicks.com/primetime for a first deposit match up to $100. Prize Picks, daily fantasy
Prime time.
easy.
Stacking Benjamins with Joe and his good friend OG not only has great financial insight, it's laid back with humor too.
Top 5 financial lessons from film characters. I didn't have a drop come out this problem. I had far too many. How about you?
I was trying to find lessons from the Terminator. I was trying to find, you guys will recognize this movie as Expendables 4. This is Dolph Lundgren, and this is the importance of life insurance. Exactly.
Find out more by searching the Stacking Benjamins podcast, wherever you listen.
Telling it like it really is. It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440. Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by ExpressPros.com. The holiday season is around the corner, and now is the time to think about hiring. Whether you need extra staff to meet demand or want to earn extra cash, let Express Employment Professionals connect you. Go to ExpressPros.com to find a location near you.
Another hot day on the way under a partly cloudy sky, about a 30% chance of a shower or storm, so a little bit higher in the rain coverage today than where we were yesterday. Tonight should be mostly dry, down into the lower 70s and humid. Tomorrow around 91, partly cloudy again, 30% chance of a shower or storm. As the cold front comes through, the rain chances come down to Thursday, around 10 to 20%, with highs in the upper 80s.
That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery South Boulevard and Court Street. Please use caution there. We've got an accident
4th Street and East South Boulevard. Also, outside of that, we're looking pretty good. Nothing else has been reported that would send you on an alternate route. Looks like the road may be closed narrow lane at Carter Hill. So be advised. It's worth the drive to get the Toyota. You've always
It's worth the drive
Toyota. The Camry's the number
to
one.
ride in style.
Yours at McKinnon. Be grinning with
You must be
McKinnon.
McGrinning with McKinnon. I got it.
Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch, this is Major Delay.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams at WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Tuesday. A 3-judge panel rejected a request from the state of Alabama to pause the work of a special master, saying the work will continue. That person is tasked with redrawing the state's congressional districts. Alabama Secretary of State asked for the pause while the state appealed the recent court decision. Last week, the courts found Alabama disregarded the Supreme Court's order to redraw districts and create 2 majority black voting districts. For the first time since Alabama's Literacy Act took effect, a key component is now being enforced. Under the act, if your child can't read at a 3rd grade level, they'll likely have to repeat that grade. Experts recommend kids read at least 20 minutes a day at home to improve reading skills. Some of the top female golfers in the world will be in Prattville this week for the Guardian Championship Golf Tournament as part of the LPGA's Epsom Tour. The tournament is Friday through Sunday. I'm Jasmine Williams with your morning headlines.
Did you know you can now build a low-maintenance deck using stone with Tanzite stone decking? Tanzite stone does not use any plastic whatsoever. It is decking that's naturally durable, just like everything made with stone. Tanzite stone doesn't scratch at all. The color will never fade. It is not slippery, even when wet, and it stays cool in the sun. Since Tanzite decking is made of stone, it's virtually indestructible. That's why we guarantee it with a lifetime warranty. Discover how incredibly durable and beautiful a stone deck can be. Go to Tanzite.com. That's TANZITE.com. Online, you'll see how it easily installs over any regular wood deck structure, and you can order a sample to test it for yourself. Build a deck with the durability of stone at Tanzite.com. That's TANZITE.com.
Hey, we're talking to Tammy. Tammy, why does everybody loves Mama's Produce?
Goodness, there's a whole lot of reasons to love Mama's Produce. We got ice cream, man, have we got some fresh peas, we've got fresh limas, we've got watermelons, tomatoes. There's a whole lot of reasons to love Mama. We're at 1154 South Memorial Drive in Prattville. It's about a half a mile south of the Midtown McDonald's, attached to Prattville Farm Center and right across from Peak Enterprise. Yep, we close at 5:30 Monday through Friday and Saturdays too. Everybody loves Mama.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay,
Gotta get the coffee.
the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com.
Some people can drink it black.
Russell Wilson here. We play
Not me.
United Way in the NFL, helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day. To get involved, go to unitedway.org/play60. Are you guys going to do that every time? Yes, of course. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
He's the voice of the conservative millennial. Ben Shapiro. The Ben Shapiro Show, tonight at 8 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Depend on it.
Not yet. Not yet. No PT yet. Everybody's motivated today. I don't know why.
The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
Woo! Great day to be alive.
Tomorrow morning if you wake up and the sun does not appear,
And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It is time to rise and shine once again. For it is once again one more day. You're on top of the ground, and the ground's not on top of you. It is one more day to be thankful for this day. Good morning to you. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440. It is time for our daily bread, a word from on high, something that'll change your perspective, or at least give you a new one. Either way, it's good for the soul. Good morning. It is September the 12th, 2023 AD. Today's daily bread is simply entitled, Be Still. And the scripture insight today comes from Psalms 37, 5 through 7. Psalms 37 and 7 reads, Be still before the Lord and wait patiently for him. Govern yourselves accordingly. And again, good morning. It is a day, September the 12th, 2023, that has never been. And it is a day, like all the other days, that once it's gone, you don't get it back again. You don't get to summon it from the past. You don't get to come back and do all the things that you should have done this day that you don't do. And you don't get a chance to come back and undo the things that you do. So whatever it is that you do with this day, September the 12th, 2023, hopefully if tomorrow should be, you'll be proud of what you have done this day. If you've lived a while, you've seen, you've heard many, many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace and mercy and charity of God, we may, I'm not sure, we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should not be, then it is this day that is the first day of the rest of our lives. What are we going to do with it? Well, whatever you do, when you can, while you can, for as long as you can, reach back and give somebody else a helping hand. Benjamin Elijah Mays said that whatever we do in life, we should do it so well, no man living, no man dead, and no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say if that is the standard by which you live your life, you'll always be successful. Or you'll fail at a thing or two, we all do. But you will never be a failure until you quit. We say give out if you must. Rest only if you can. But you never, ever, ever quit. You never give up. Never, ever give up. Benjamin Elijah Mays said, whatever we do, we should do it better than any man here, gone, or yet to come. I say if that is the standard of how you live life, you'll be okay. But whatever you do like Martin Luther King said, if you cannot run, walk. If you cannot walk, crawl. But whatever you do, keep moving forward. Good morning to you. Be still. That's our daily bread for this day, September the 12th. We'll be back, hopefully.
Hi there, and welcome to today's encouragement from Our Daily Bread. Our reading, titled Be Still, was written by Kimya Loder. After I'd gotten settled into the chamber, my body floating comfortably above the water, the room went dark, and the gentle music that had been playing in the background went silent. I'd read that isolation tanks were therapeutic, offering relief for stress and anxiety. But this was like nothing I'd ever encountered. It felt like the chaos of the world had stopped, and I could clearly hear my innermost thoughts. I left the experience balanced and rejuvenated, reminded that there is power in stillness. We can rest most comfortably in the stillness of the presence of God, who renews our strength and grants us the wisdom we need to tackle the challenges we face each day. When we're still, silencing the noise and removing distractions in our lives, He strengthens us so we can hear His gentle voice more clearly. While sensory deprivation chambers are certainly one form of stillness, God offers us a simpler way to spend uninterrupted time with Him. In Matthew 6:6, Jesus says, when you pray, go into your room, close the door, and pray to your Father. God will guide our steps and allow His righteousness to shine brightly through us when we seek the answers to life's challenges in the stillness of His magnificent presence. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from Psalm 37, verses 5 through 7. Commit your way to the Lord. Trust in Him, and He will do this. He will make your righteous reward shine like the dawn, your vindication like the noonday sun. Be still before the Lord and wait patiently for Him. Do not fret when people succeed in their ways, when they carry out their wicked schemes. Let's pray. Dear Father, it's so easy to get caught up in the fast pace of life. Help us take time to just be still and learn to make room for you in everything we do. Thank you, Lord. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thanks for listening today. My name is Tony Collier, and today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
It's time to rise and shine, people. No PT today. You know, we don't roll that way anymore. But I mean, 3 days a week, that's all we need. We're the reserve crew. Hey. I said no PT today. Okay. I said no PT. Okay, I'm not that motivated today. So tomorrow, however. All right, but not today. All right. Good morning to you, everybody. It's time to pay homage to all of our armed forces of these United States of America. We do that each and every morning. Because while you lay sleeping last night and slumbering, besides the good Lord looking over you, there's some guys in a bunch of uniforms that's doing the same thing for you. You need to pay homage to those guys sometimes. You know, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard. I miss anybody? Space Force. Anybody else? Merchant Marines, whoever. Police. Hey, they all says nothing, as long as it's within my power. Nothing will hurt you tonight. Good morning to you. And as we remembered yesterday, that it is not only soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines who protect you while you sleep, it is also our local heroes. Montgomery Police Department, Montgomery Fire Department, which is one of the best in the land. Yesterday had a great commemoration of 911. Notice I didn't say celebration, commemoration of it. Never forget that a lot of people go in harm's way so you don't have to. Okay. Good morning to the MFD. Also, good morning to the Sheriff Department. They do a couple of things too. I don't know exactly what they do sometimes, but they ain't picked me up yet, so we good. Also, got to say good morning to my good folks at the U.S. Marshal Service. Good morning. Good morning to the FBI. I'm in the same building with these guys, you know. Anybody except DEA or whoever else is the hell is around here. All to take them on, because they all go in harm's way. Okay. Don't be asking me to anymore, though. But especially, I got an affection for the U.S. Marshals. Okay, until they come and get me. Until they come and get me. Oh Lord. Anyway, good morning to you. Hopefully that'll never happen. I'm too old to be making trouble now. And last but not least, of course, the United States Air Force. If it had not been for the Army, though, there would be no Air Force. But we still love you. The boys in blue, aim high. And if you can kind of sort of like get a C-141 parking on the driveway out there, I just want to see it one more time. You know, just let me see it, feast my eyes on a C-141 one time. And if you really want to make my day, let me jump out that motor scooter. Oh, yeah, give me a T10 or 1-Bravo parachute, and I'm on it. I don't know what they call the new ones now. They're kind of neat, though. I could jump one of those too, though. I could. Yeah, we could do it. I'm just waiting for the big one, folks. I'm waiting for the big one. Hopefully, it'll be a long, long time. And of course, their motto is Semper Fi. But Semper Fidelis is the real model, but they couldn't pronounce that. So now we just say Semper Fi, which means all the time, to be faithful. Always, always faithful. The United States Marines. Good morning, Jarheads. Hey, I can say that, y'all can't. Okay, I'm just saying. I'm still looking for that phone booth. I think I can beat any Marine in a phone booth. Yeah, I'm looking for the phone booth. Okay. I am looking for the phone booth. Okay. Now yesterday I didn't go to my I didn't do my audio thing because we were into the 9/11 commemoration. And we got to give you guys something positive. Okay. So let me give you something positive right now. It's only 6 minutes or whatever it is. And okay, just listen to it. You be better off for it. We'll be back.
You don't talk to your family that often. And I told her the story. Like, I don't think they love me. I don't think they want me. I think they don't appreciate me. I don't think they care, honestly. So my brother's elder than me, about 3 years. And so the grandparents mother him with love. And then my parents mother him with love. So he's getting love from everywhere. What would happen is often I would be wearing the same clothes that he wore to school. Hey. Because it was always first used by hand.
That's the way it goes.
I get everything second hand. Say there was a mattress on the floor, and that was for 2 people. And that was me and my brother. Now, how brothers are, me and my brother start fighting for space because my brother was bigger than me, so he would push me to a corner. He would like, "Oh no, I need more space. I'm bigger, elder than you." And as we were arguing and fighting, my mom stormed out of her room and goes, "I just go to sleep." And I'm like, "But I can't go to sleep. I don't have enough space, and brother's fighting me for the space, and I can't really sleep in this little space." And my mom goes, "No, I just go to sleep." I take my pillow and bury my head into it, and I start sobbing. In India, when somebody is a loved child, they call them Mera Lal, which simply means your loved one. All the time I used to say, "He's your Lal, I'm your Haram," which means he's the one that you really love, and I'm the one that you're indifferent towards or you don't care. What I was really trying to say is I don't feel the love. And why am I hated so much? Our life started to change a little bit because now I was growing older. I was getting into my teens, and my brother left the city. And as he was moving away, the expectations started to rely a lot more on me. And so it was constantly told, "Hey, go become an engineer. You need to go become an engineer. You need to study hard so you can become an engineer." And as I was studying for these exams, as I was preparing for these exams, I realized that if what I'm studying right now is what I have to do for the next 4 years, or for the rest of my life, I'm going to be miserable. And that kind of gave me a dimension of saying, hey, why am I doing this? I'm doing this because my mom says so. Then I've taken many chances in life after that, and every time I would take a chance, it would seem like the stupid thing to do, but I will constantly take them because I just knew that what I really wanted was I need to be successful, I need to get out of this house. And I was able to do that by the time I was 28, 29. 7 years later, what I'm realizing on the inside is that my health was deteriorating. I couldn't sleep without a drink. I had grown even more distant to my parents. It was almost like it's like a task that you check off. Oh, I should call mom at least once a week. That would be one of those things where I'm actually doing something else while she's on speaker, right? There was no connection. My wife came into my life and started to ask me, why is it that you don't talk to your family that often? And I told her the story. Like, I don't think they love me. I don't think they want me. I think they don't appreciate me. I don't think they care, honestly. She kind of said, why don't we do this? We were going to India just to travel. She was like, why don't we go together? And why don't you bring your parents on and bring your brother and your sister-in-law and their kids to come together, and we'll go to like a retreat center and just hang out for a couple of days, like just 4 or 5 days, just hang out. And I was like, well, I've never done that. We haven't hung out since ever, probably. And so we bring the family together. We find this retreat center close to the city that I'm from, Jaipur, and we all go there. And one of the evenings, this is I think the second to last evening, where my now wife and then girlfriend suggested, hey, we are here. Like this is the time you can actually have a conversation about this that we've been talking about. And we're sitting all across the table, the same table, and I start sharing. More than me sharing, it was more a question from the table. It was like, okay, what is it that we feel about each other? Let's share some honest truths about each other and what we're proud of, what our concerns are, so forth. And my turn comes and I say, I've never felt loved by mom and dad, and they were right there, and I've never felt that the bonding and the connection. And they listen very quietly, and they listen very quietly. They listen, hear me all out. And then my dad asked me a question, and the question was, you have two hands, right? I'm like, yes. Like your right hand and the left hand, which one do you love more? And I was like, both of them.
Like I'm both.
Not one hand that I love more. And so he said, that's like having kids. You don't love one of your hands more, and you don't love one of your kids more. But when one of your hand is in some pain, you just pay attention to it. You have to, because it's in pain right now. Right? But as soon as it's healed, you don't pay attention to it anymore. You treat them equally. You love them equally. In the moment, it was just a metaphor, but it became my truth eventually. That it's not that somebody loves you or somebody doesn't love you, especially parents. It's not that you love somebody or you love somebody. In context, for example, it's me getting an oversized shirt wasn't about they loved my brother. It was about them not being able to afford new shirts all the time. Me getting the second-hand bicycle wasn't about them not wanting to give me a new bicycle, but it was about them being able to only afford one bicycle at a time. That was a big release for me, because I had held on to that for all of my life, and I was driven from a place of I'll show you. Only recently, when we actually had a child, I realized that as much power the word love has, it doesn't do justice to what you feel when you have a child. What I have for my son, I can't explain.
That is true.
I can't explain. This transcends love. It's important that we know how loved we are. The fact that we take up space means something, that we are worthy of love, giving and receiving. And that no matter who we are, the way we show up in the world is deserving of love. And if ever you feel unloved, remember that all you need to do is change your perspective, for love is always there.
And I hope you enjoyed that. There were many lessons in that piece right there. And we'll take a break. We'll come back with lessons of life and the word of the day. It is 6:31 in the morning on this. What morning is this? This is what morning is this anyway? This is Tuesday morning. Tuesday morning. Yeah, right. I thought it was like Thanksgiving already. Oh no, not yet. Not yet. Anyway, I think I got to guess. You know, a couple weeks ago, I had this guy on with me, right? DeMarcus. Yeah, he coming back because he didn't get enough of that butt chewing when he was here. So he wants, he thinks he can hang with the man today. Also, want to thank the Biscuits for coming. Now I realized that I threw the flamer. I threw a flamer over there Sunday afternoon. I mean, the ball was so fast until the camera couldn't catch it. Okay, I'm just saying. I threw the flamer. The matter of fact, I'm pretty sure as I walked off the field, the owners of the Biscuits wanted me to come back. Okay, and they wanted me to probably sign up for the team, but I said, listen, that's a young man's game. I can't do it right now. I don't want to take somebody else's chance at starter. So although that pitch would go down as a flamethrower, baby, but I couldn't sign with the Biscuits. But maybe if I was a little younger, like 1 year younger, I would have signed with the Biscuits on Sunday after I threw that flamer. I'm just telling you, it was as a matter of fact, somebody thought a UFO just came in the field. It went by so fast. Okay, anyway, so let's take a break, and we'll be back hopefully in a few minutes. I know. Listen, I'm the only guy over there that could actually throw that flamer. Okay, I mean, I threw a flamer, baby, a flamer. Okay, as a matter of fact, it was at the Biscuits baseball team, uh, throwing the most, throwing the most perfect pitch in the history of the pitch throwers. Okay, as a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure that the pitcher of the Biscuits was. I'm pretty sure when I threw that flamer across the plate, I'm pretty sure he was kind of nervous there for his job. That's okay, bro. I'm too old now. 1 year younger, though, I'd be on you. But not, yeah. Hey, you know, uh, baseball's a young man's game. Okay, all right then. And listen, they asked me if I wanted to pitch out every game. I said no, no, no. Let the kids do that. My time is past. So we'll be back. Just so I let you know about the shoots on Sunday. It truly is. It truly is a great day to be alive. Millions of the just like nothing there. Once you're able to breathe deep, you never want to be without. That's how truly great about the one country on that years. For yourself. So let's really breathing clearly again with the bottom. Walmart, Walgreens, and on Monday.
Who knows?
You see miracles all the time that I feel fantastic. The medical community. That's why Grace Children's Hospital allows the need our support to keep miracles working. If you're running through the miracle work, support your children's miracle network hospital.
Daily shopping Holiday, series of great people in the city,
And good morning, everybody. Hope this day finds you well. know, I don't know, the Biscuits probably need to put that picture mine on the board out there so all other people that throw out the opening pitch to the game can see a pro in action. I think so. From now on, every Sunday, okay, every Sunday out there, I got to talk to Louis, and we need to put me up there on the big board up there so I can show how it's done. I'm just saying. I mean, my pitch was so fast they thought a UFO had hit the thing. I'm just telling you that was good. Anyway, good morning to you. It is time to rise and shine and be thankful for one more day on top of this ground. It's not on top of you. All right. Now, let me continue to do my job this morning. Anyway, so good morning, Mr. Cunningham. How you doing, sir? He's out there looking at the someplace, 95 years old, and you're probably going to outlive me. So, yeah. Good morning, Mr. C. Also, good morning. I haven't talked to Miss Calhoun in a long time. Good morning to her and all the other folks. Miss Dave, I got to find a Miss Reverend. Anybody heard Reverend Saint? Okay, these people are kind of like family. We got to check on them every once in a while. Anyway, good morning to you. The word of the day. Now, this word is a word that the definition of this word boggles my mind because we are supposedly one of the most educated countries in the world, and we seem to struggle with mundane things, and mostly Democrats do. Listen, I'm sorry if I call the because they're the only people in America that don't know what this word means. I mean, they don't know. Now, most Republicans or most educated people know what this word means, but most Democrats don't. They have lost their ever-loving mind. But however, this morning I am going to, I'm going to tell you one more time what this word means, and maybe we can get this right. Okay. Now, today's word is spelled Gender. Gender. Now, I understand that there's a lack of, people in this country today, a lot of them, especially on the Democratic side of it. I'm sorry, on the Democratic side of the house, those people who say they're Democrats, first of all, most of them are not. They vote Democrat. Let me rephrase that. most people who vote Democrat, okay, don't know what this word is. Okay, gender. Now, let me gender, so that there is no ambiguity that surrounds this word. And ambiguity means confusion. Okay, disarray in it. Okay, the word means it is either one of the two, not three, not four, not five, not six, not seven, not eight, not nine, and certainly not 10 genders. There are only two genders. Okay, either male or female. Okay, that's what gender is. We do not have 14 different uh, 14 different um, um, genders. We have two. Only got two. Okay. Now in your mind, you can be whatever you want to be. That's good. Because you know what? Sometimes I think I'm the mayor. But every time I go down to City Hall and tell them I'm going to my office, they look at me like I'm crazy. Well, that's what when I hear people saying we got more than two genders, I look at them like they're crazy. Okay. So the word is gender. Gender. Either of the two sexes, male or female. In an educated country like we are in, we got to be some of the dumbest people on God's green earth sometimes when it comes to this word, gender. Okay? We don't have 15 of them, we have two of them, male and female. When the good Lord made us, he said male or female so you could procreate and replenish the earth with each other. Okay? I'm just saying, just because you cut off your whacker doesn't mean that turns you into a woman. Now you're a guy without a whacker. That's all I'm just saying. Okay, if you with a strap on, that doesn't give you, everything either. You still got what you got. I'm just saying. So there are two sexes. Okay, two sexes. That's it. There's no more. We got two. Okay, even dogs and animals and plants know that. Although somebody did tell me that trees are both female and male. Now, since I'm not exactly sure if that's right, uh, somebody got to explain that to me. A tree, because all trees produce limbs. So maybe they're like asexual or something like that. Maybe they like a starfish. Starfishes can reproduce after their own self. I mean, they don't need no help. I don't know where that came from. The good Lord know what he was doing when he did it. We're just gonna leave that alone. But I don't think there's a male and a female tree. But there are those who tell me that there are. There are male and female trees. I don't. Okay, I'll have to cogitate on that for a minute and see how that all works out. I'm good. All right, good morning to you. All right then. Now that I got this gender thing all worked out, right now. Now, the lesson of life today is an interesting one. It is one that you should pay close attention to. And the lesson of life, these are the things we learn as we get older, as we progress up the tree of wisdom. And the only way to do that, of course, is to grow older. And so thank God for every day that you. I mean, as women, when they break that, say, well, hold it. Well, woman don't tell. Woman better tell because you need to get older. Rather than told. I'm just telling you, you might want to rethink that situation. Okay, you might want to be glad to tell me, hey, if you're 93, say I'm 93. If you're 62, say I'm 62, and be proud of it. We had a lot of folks who didn't make it. All right, lesson of life. Now listen to this very carefully. Very carefully. What I'm about to tell you this morning. It's important. History is only kind to you if you write your own. So if you want your story told, tell it yourself. Because if you don't, what you will get is 20% truth as somebody else sees it. And the rest is 80% opinion. or what they think the truth is. So if you want a history to tell your story, you have to write it. Whether you write it by the way you live, whether you put pen to pencil, whatever it is, you have to tell your story yourself. Let there be no ambiguity surrounding who you were or who you are. Write your own story. So history is only kind to you if you write your own. Okay? And if you want your story told, you must tell it yourself by deeds or actions. But if you don't, what you will get is 20% truth as somebody else sees it, and 80% opinion. Tell your own story. But don't let somebody else tell your story. You tell it. The word or deed. Okay? That's it. That's the lesson of life for today. All right? Now, it is September the 12th. It is the 255th day of this year. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, there are only 110 days left in this year. On this day in 1942, during World War II, a German U-boat of West Africa torpedoed the RMS Laconia, which was carrying Italian prisoners of war, British soldiers, and civilians. It estimated that 1,600 people died, while some 1,100 survived the ship after the ship sank. German crew, joined by other U-boats, began a rescue operation. On September 16th, the rescue effort came to an abrupt halt when the Germans were attacked by a U.S. Army bomber. As a result, U-boat commanders were ordered to no longer rescue survivors of submarine attack. 1846, Elizabeth Barrett secretly married Robert Browning at St. Marybone Church in London. I don't know why they think we wouldn't do about London history. We had enough of that. That's what we call revolution. I'm just saying. 1914, in World War I, the first battle of Marne was an Allied victory against Germany. 1953, Massachusetts Senator, everybody knows John F. Kennedy, married Jacqueline Lee Bouvier in Newport, Rhode Island. 1958, the U.S. Supreme Court in Cooper versus Aaron unanimously ruled that the Arkansas officials who were resisting public school desegregation orders could not disregard the high court's ruling. Well, that should have been common sense. Even a non-lawyer knows that. It's from the Supreme Court. May not agree with them. But it is the law of the land. But they'll be held accountable for stupid laws that they come up with too. One way or the other. 1959, the Soviet Union launched its Lunar 2 space probe, which made a crash landing on the moon. The TV Western series Bonanza premiered on NBC, and it's still running because I'm still watching it. Okay? So some 60 years later, I'm still watching, all right, Bonanza, Hoss, Joe, what was what's name? Adam, okay, and Dad, okay, Lauren Green. I'm still watching. Okay? Still good stuff. There's always a moral to the story. 1960, on this day, the Democratic presidential candidate John F. Kennedy addressed questions about his Roman Catholic faith, telling the Greater Houston Ministerial Association, "I do not speak for my church on public matters, and the church does not speak for me." In 1977, on this day, South African black student leader and anti-apartheid activist Steve Biko died while in police custody, triggering an international outcry. The year was 1986. Joseph Pacipio, the acting comptroller of the American University in Beirut, was kidnapped and was released in December 1991. They probably heard I was coming. Okay. No, what's the name they got me? Walker? Pennsylvania? Yeah, Walker, yeah. Me and Walker got a lot of things in common. Yeah, it's familiar. Right now, yeah. We got a lot of things in common. Okay. When people hear my name, they have a certain response. How come it's coming? Okay. Nothing else needs to be said. 1987, reports surfacing the Democratic presidential candidate Joseph Biden had borrowed without attribution passages of a speech by British Labour Party leader Neil Kinnock for one of his own campaign speeches. The Canuck report, along with other damaging revelations, prompted Biden to drop his bid for the White House. 1992, the space shuttle Endeavour blasted off, carrying with it Mark Lee, Dan Davis, the first married couple in space, Mae Jemison, the first black woman in space, and Mamoru Mori, the first Japanese national to fly in a U.S. spaceship. Police in Peru captured Shiny Pathfinder Admiral Guzman. Actor Anthony Perkins died in Hollywood at the age of 60. 1994, let me see now. A stolen single-engine Cessna crashed into the soft lawn of the White House, coming to a rest against the executive mansion. The pilot, Frank Porter, was killed. 2012, of course, was the year a U.S. dispatched an elite group of Marines to Tripoli, Libya, after the mob attack on Benghazi that killed U.S. ambassador and 3 other Americans. Yeah, our famous Secretary of State at that particular time. Who was that? Who was Secretary of State? So that was what's his name? And President Obama strongly condemned the violence that didn't save anybody's life. And vowed to bring the killers to justice. A Republican challenger, Mitt Romney, accused the administration of showing weakness in the face of tumultuous events in the Middle East. And you're right about that. 14 years ago, a Metrolink commuter train, that's right, struck a freight train head on in Los Angeles and killing 25 people. Federal investigators said that the Metrolink engineer Robert Sanchez, who was among those who died, had been text messaging on his cell phone, okay, and ran a red light shortly before the crash. And it was 5 years ago, crews worked to repair the lone highway connecting to Florida Keys, where 25% of the homes were feared to have been destroyed by Hurricane Irma. And more than 9 million Floridians, or nearly half the state's population, were still without power in the late summer heat. Seattle Mayor Ed Murray announced that he was resigning amid sex abuse allegations. Gay rights pioneer Edie of Windsor, whose landmark Supreme Court case struck down part of the federal anti-gay law, died in New York at the age of 88. And what are we celebrating today? Well, we're celebrating Analog Day. Now, what does that mean? You know, anybody know what analog is? That's a food item. Anybody know what that is? Okay. Anybody know? Analog. Think about that. Okay, second thing. Analog is actually celery coated with peanut butter and topped with raisins. Okay, I'm just saying. So if things get tough in the house, I'm just telling you, if things get tough, okay, and the bills are high, but the money is low, you can always get a jar of peanut butter and some celery and some raisins and feed your kids. Okay, and if they're hungry enough, they'll love that analog. They'll kill it. I mean, they own it. I'm just saying, if things get tough, celery can't be that high. I'm just saying, analog. National Chocolate Milkshake Day. I like the strawberry milkshake myself. Chocolate, makes me sick. Chocolate makes me sit in a certain room for a long time, all day long. So I just can't do it with chocolate. Right? National Day of Encouragement. Yes, we all can use some encouragement today. Every day should be a National Day of Encouragement. National Police Woman Day. So for all the female police on Montgomery Police Department, we salute you. Yes, they'll be asking for no special privileges. Okay, I'm just saying. You got the uniform on. We're gonna let you do the same thing the guys do. Okay? If you can't shoot, get another job. They know where I'm going with that. But for the police women out there that did the same thing that the men do the same job that the men do, we salute you today. Okay, we really do. Don't be asking no special things. How about National Report on Medicaid Fraud Day? Okay, National Report on Medicaid Fraud Day. I don't report on Medicaid fraud. I'm not on Medicare. Oh, Medicare Fraud Day. I don't know which one I'm on. I never use that stuff. I go to the VA. So I think there's Medicaid and Medicare. I don't know what. I don't really know what they do. I just one is for poor people and one is for old people. I think. So what about before and old? They got one for that one. Anyway, National Video Game Day. You really put them things down sometimes, and sort of, and United Nations Day of South-South Cooperation, whatever that means. I don't have it. Anyway, time's up. Don't forget we got guests coming up next hour. My co-host today, and I want to ask him if he ever threw that ball at the district baseball stadium. I'm thinking that my pitch will probably go down in the history book. I'll probably be on the Biscuits baseball stadium, the Biscuits Hall of Fame, because of the way I threw that pitch. I'm just saying, maybe. Anyway, we'll be back. Bye.
Washington. We begin with new and quality retail for the Chester County, Pennsylvania, in the Southwest State Traffic General Public Highway. This CBS Philadelphia's Brandon Gordon. A resident reported to police a man matching Alabama's description, saw a .22 caliber rifle with a scope gun during a confrontation. The resident told police during the confrontation they fired shots at the person. It's unclear if that suspect was him. In the state of almost 2 weeks ago, he had just been convicted of murdering his ex-girlfriend. This just happened from CBS News and Hospital Cabinet Company intends to back an impeachment inquiry against President Biden, and is expected to tell House Republicans this week it is the logical next step. There's a way to get found to find survivors connected with the weather after the earthquake in Morocco. Chris Mitchell reports from DB International News.
I heard my sister screaming, "Father, Father, save us!" I rescued her and her son and her husband as we're humming each other. We used our bare hands because we didn't have tools. But such tears of joy, more common shortly after the quake, are becoming increasingly rare.
Remember that there is a possibility Hurricane Lee could make landfall in the U.S. Weather Channel meteorologist is able to do this in the things to land and be able to serve at this point. And he lives on the tip of Massachusetts and made of a cool is getting the weekend. And now it's
20 years ago. Oh, you mentioned out.
in Washington, D.C.
Now with syndication and the internet and all that.
Yeah.
So what do I think about our show? Okay, good. She got a little deep. And Notre Dame's got a better record than Alabama right now. Tell you. I ain't probably won last time. Now the worst thing that happened to the teams who play Alabama from now is that they lost.
Yeah, I saw that game. I'm like, what's going on? I mean, look from the face.
Yeah, they're not used to losing. Yeah. And just, but you know what? Losing brings about the good things.
I got some over to so maybe go ahead. So after that, everything's all about the phone. I gotta like, make them do the fucking mag. Well, man, that's okay. How much you got left on? I got a phone. I know, that's it. 40% left alone, that. No game can do that. Shooting together. Jordan has made more money leaving basketball than he did playing. But you know, that's just for the show. A good product will last a long time. And people still want it. From what I can see, he still has been the best basketball player in my lifetime. Yeah. He still. I ain't seen nobody do what he do. Now, the big, with LeBron. No, LeBron's just big. If LeBron didn't have the height he has, we wouldn't be talking about it. Well, Jordan didn't have the skill he had. Exactly, but it's all about skill. It's all about skill. You can't even move anybody out of the way with a big body. You can't. I guess. Well, I mean, okay, well, Shaq has the biggest body. And Shaq wasn't that good either, but he was big. So he could clear the lane. I ain't mad at him, but you know, there's talent, and then there's he's saying the ball has no time. I mean, listen, if you shoot a gun every day, you ought to be good at shooting a target. Okay. Right. Whereas take a guy who only looks at the rifle once or twice and shoots the target. Okay. And Michael is a guy who can look it's just amazing what he did. But a guy so short, and stuff like that. I think most people are just LeBron didn't have that short instinct that Kobe and right. But Michael Jordan is probably one of the few people because Rick Chamberlain could really not do the ball. He could actually they were good because they were tall, not because they were so good. But now Al Center had that hook. I know about that. Yeah. So he had a talent to do that. But I just don't see them. Okay, then we're back. It's a Tuesday morning. It's time to rise and shine if you can. It's another day that the good Lord has made. Oh yeah, look at Curtis. Make sure. I should be a DJ sometime. No, I got the best music in town too. I have exquisite music to take. Okay. You can understand the words of the songs I like. To make you think. I'm just saying, or make you go straight. It ain't really good to listen to my music if you got to drive a long way. If you just sitting on the other side of the road, you know what happens. You fall asleep. Anyway, good morning to you. I hope this day finds you well. Now, I got a guest. My road dog today. Okay, he wants to come here and get some more of this punishment. I ain't a problem with it. I'm giving it to you. Anyway, DeMarcus is with us. Mr. DeMarcus Knight. If I can get him off that odious Democratic philosophy, I think get him off there on a regular basis when you have time. But, we got to give you a radio man. What was your radio man? I'm going to myself. A radio man, I did not know. You know, you think you come up with something. And mine is mayor of the airways of Updog. Okay. No, Updog. Yeah, Updog. We got to give you something too. You could tell me WFS. Yes. I mean, I don't want to do that. So don't let me give you the name. You come up with the name. Okay. Anyway, tell us a little bit about you. Well, if you look at the last time I was here about a month ago, I'm retired Marine. I have a wife, 6 boys, a bachelor's and master's in history. And right now, I'm a adjunct professor at the university here in Atlanta. So I do that on my spare time. Okay. So, yeah. So you don't have any, obviously with your kids, you don't have any, you don't have any problem with your sexuality. You don't think you're a woman or anything like that. No, that's not it. Okay. I mean, you got to ask today. Can I call you Mr. or the Democrats? Now you can if your daddy don't, if you can be a boy when you go to sleep, and you can wake up now, and now you're a daughter, and your daddy don't like it, they give it to child abuse. In California, hey, that's good. That's what's going on out there. That's what's going on out there. I'm just saying. So that's your oldest party that you like. Okay. They are turning this country into so. You know there's somebody in the Republican side that for the LGBTQ plus. Listen, I think they got a right to do it. But my problem is, don't try to convince me that what is unnatural is natural. Now, if you say this is the life I choose, I'm good with that. Because we all got issues. Some people drink too much, don't smoke too much, don't talk too much, don't lie too much. We all got issues. Right? And so if you like what you like, you like what you like. But don't tell me it's natural. Don't tell me that a man can turn himself into a woman. That's just a big lie. It's insult to intellect. And all of that education that we have in this country, all the biological things that we know to be true, just don't. And I don't want to get involved in that conversation. But let me ask you, you don't believe that there's something wrong with our country right now. When men go on women's sports teams, and the women can never win anymore now because the women's team, and that's because of that odious party and the philosophy of that odious party, that we want men to all the fighting that the women did to have their own team, now it's all for naught when we got men. You don't think there's something fundamentally wrong, anti-American with that kind of attitude?
I wouldn't blame that on the Democrat Party, but okay, no. Now, what I would say is, no, I agree. I don't think a biological man should compete with a biological woman on their team. It's just not going to happen. When you say Serena Williams is the greatest female tennis player of all time, you say she's the greatest female tennis player of all time. We can debate over Roger Federer or whoever in the middle side, but Serena Williams has gone publicly to say that she could not compete with the greatest man on that team, if she's right to say so, because men and women are different. I'm just honest with you. Now, being a liberal person, being a progressive,
See, you got to listen. Okay, and have you seen the latest? Actually, the latest. The latest thing in major urban cities now, you change. Well, now you walk into a store with a trash bag, and you just put everything in the trash bag you get out of it, and you walk out, and nobody's going to prosecute you.
Now that's only in mostly major black cities that's happening. So I mean, it is what it is. Who in the hell came up with that? Prosecutors. They don't prosecute anybody.
I think it's still. Wait. I'm not going to say that prosecutors. They're not. People get arrested, they wouldn't try to convict.
Problem is they're not arresting.
Right. Well, no, I say the stores. I believe the stores are saying, hey, for the safety of my workers, for the safety of the security of the store, we just don't wait. It's just security. You'll get photos. I want to go back to January 6th. And the reason you'll get on bringing it up, I'm really right. I was upset. I was highly upset that the police officers, the DCP, what do you want to call it, National Guard, the military, if they did not show up and take care of the business, take care of the journalists, and get those people out of the camp. They should have went in, and killed them, and pepper sprayed and killed.
Like any other state.
Like any other state. Right.
I don't know. You tell me.
Now, I think one of the reasons that they did it is to, hey, let's try to avoid the conversation. Let's get the people to safety. Let these people do what they do. And when they got in there wasn't, who goes in and defecates on the floor? I still don't know who did that.
In San Francisco, they defecate on the side.
We can debate that. I mean, that's what they do. Who goes into a
I know, yeah. It's crazy.
That. I would love to know who did that.
It was a Democrat pretending to be.
Get out of here. No, but see, the reason why those people were able to go into the Capitol and not be used force is because they said, hey, let's just get these people, we'll get them later. And then we got cameras, and that's why we see a lot of people get arrested. I think that's why the people that do these snaps and grabs and stores and hey, we're supposed to come later and get.
There is a young man in 22 years, not because he did anything.
Wait a minute. You ain't going there.
Yes, he was not there. He is a political prisoner in
America.
God. In America.
You are not talking.
Yes, I am.
You're not talking about what's his name?
You don't go to jail in America. You don't go to jail for what you think, except this.
Oh my God! Wait a minute.
He wasn't there.
Come on, Paul.
He wasn't there.
Okay.
He was not there.
No, okay. I give you that. Yeah. He was not allowed in the borders of D.C. Okay. So he couldn't do that. I think he was in Maryland or Virginia.
Right.
If you just no. Okay. You say no. Young Gotti was not on the street doing what he did. He was there.
He was the head of
organized
crime.
He was the head.
But having a grievance against your country is constitutionally protected.
Because he was in Maryland or Virginia.
We have a right
you got a right to.
We have a right to redress grievances with our government. We have a right to do that. The Constitution does not particularly state how to do it, but we have a right to do it.
So we have a right to go and smash and grab in the Capitol.
Well, I'm not saying smash and grab, but we do have a right.
Well, that's what they were doing.
But he didn't tell them to do that.
He was orchestrating on his cell phone and laptops and emails.
But I guarantee you can't find his laptop and email say go out and break glass. I guarantee there's nothing that says go out and break the glass of the house.
He got 22 years.
He is a political prisoner.
He is not a political prisoner. Oh my God, come on.
First time in my life that in my country you holding a man in jail for what he thought. Okay, whether or not and seditious conspiracy, that's what you have to do. That means that you have to normally consider or plan to take over the government. That was he did not try to take over the government.
He tried to stop a free and fair election.
No, he tried to protest. It was a protest
storming the Capitol. By giving his people to dress up in fatigues and body armor and storm the Capitol.
Well, he didn't really have fun. You know, they go, wait, when the FBI and everybody come out for pigs and all that, what the hell are they doing?
Wait a minute. This was Trump's government. All he had to storm his own government. He's a supporter of Trump. But it was Trump's government at the time. Why did he need to go and please his support?
Why do police come out and they back out in fatigue? Why are national police forces have militarized their access? Why is that?
Because there's not a lot of them. More citizens. But no, you're missing the point. This is Trump's government at the time. Right?
Well, then you go wrong. It ain't Trump's government. It's the government for people, by the people, and of the people. It's our government.
You're absolutely right. But Trump took the administrators in office. He took the officers in office. So we're saying this is Trump administration. Trump controls the FBI, CIA, Trump controlled all that at the time. Even though we lamed up things, it was still Trump until January 20th.
Why didn't the Speaker of the House, who had the control over the Capitol Police, why didn't they call them? They knew about some of the stuff going on, and they didn't do anything.
That's a good question. No, it wasn't a, we talked about Mexico not doing that beforehand. It actually like, that's a question I would love to have answered.
You can't remember.
But you can see her, when I daughter did a documentary, you can see her talking to all these different people and trying to get them to stop. Now, she may have been wrong not to try to set up security beforehand, but you can see her in action.
In principle, let me tell you, in principle, they did get out of hand. I will give you that. But how come when it got out of hand everywhere else in America, we just let it go? But now since they went to Washington, D.C., which is the government of the people, by the people, for the people, all of a sudden now they're conspirators about trying to overthrow the government. They did not try to overthrow the government. They tried to get the government's attention.
They tried to stop the persecution of a free election.
That's called a protest.
No, okay. Because when people went and protested Donald Trump's inauguration, you had all those people with the Ku Klux and everything.
Right.
Oh, let's not talk about them. Let's talk about Black Lives Matter. The Black Lives Matter with NBC protest. They had everybody there. They had National Guard, they had everybody there. They had all these people lined up.
Well, considering the history of what was going on at that time, they needed it.
So the black people could not do what the white people do.
Well, the Black Lives Matter people, and they all probably wasn't really Black Lives Matter, but they had a history during the 2020 and 2022 of stopping people on the freeway, especially in St. Louis, people getting killed, setting fire to federal buildings. Okay, they've done all of that stuff, stopping people dying in Seattle and things like that. So, who wants to know what these people, under the guise of Black Lives Matter, and Black Lives only matter if we get shot by white guys? Okay, that's all that was about. We shoot each other every day. We talk 700, 800, 900 people a year. So, who wants to know people who would get in the middle of King's Highway in St. Louis, stop FedEx, open the doors, drag the man out and steal their stuff, and to the point where one of them ran over by the dudes on the back of the trailer? I mean, who would know that these kind of people would do? So why can't we say the people time January 6th? Why not treat them the same way you treat DLE?
Okay. First of all, this is practical. You got the Black Lives Matter movement, and you got people on the fringe of the Black Lives Matter movement. So the people that were part of Black Lives, according to them, not according to me, but according to them, they were protesting peacefully. You had the idiots out there. Like I said, this is according to them. You had the idiots out there, the extreme of the movement, rioting and being violent. No different than when you had Dr. King peacefully protesting, but then you had people that was in Dr. King's vicinity throwing and smashing windows. So why couldn't he had to go out and tell everybody?
And I hear you. I agree with you. So why did we want to start arresting all these American citizens for merely protesting? I could see trespassing. I could see trespassing, but to charge these people, and most of them didn't get charged with seditious conspiracy, whatever that word is. Right. But most, I said, you think for trespassing? I would when you ran into that door to the Capitol, it should have been handled. But for 22 years in prison, the man didn't kill anybody. He didn't do anything. But we let the people of Black Lives Matter walk. And what did he got it for?
He tried to stop free and fair
election.
And those people, no, this type of protest is far more different than anything because they're trying to upend the government. You got one guy that just he got 17 years tried in his sentence. He got 17 years, and he's on video bragging about the fact that he took off the Capitol. He was happy that he took off.
He was being negative. He was being hyperbole. Hyperbole. I'm pretty sure that man didn't really.
He was happy that he stormed the Capitol.
Okay, well, he was full of bravado.
That's why he got 17. He should have got 33.
And that's too much.
And Henry, Henry took his book on his phone and on his computer, and he said, "Hey guys, I want you to do this. I want you to do that." He's contrite. He's contrite. Wait a minute. You don't want to be involved in no political events. I don't want to do anything. But guess what? We got to worry about politics for 22 years because he gonna have Tyrone and Craig trying to get.
So we need to get Trump in so we can partner again.
Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
No, he cannot be pardoned because this man tried to up in the government.
No, he did not.
No,
he did not. We have a right to protest in this country.
He is no different than John Gotti. He is no different than
John Gotti. That was a criminal organization.
And the Proud Boys is a criminal organization.
What makes
the MAGA movement is a criminal organization.
Listen, you are entitled to your opinion.
I'm entitled to my facts.
But the last time I read that Constitution, you have a right to use your views
not
against your government.
Not the way they did it. You can protest all day, but you can't go in and smash the burn Capitol. Up in the Capitol.
Black Lives Matter did.
You can't go in police officers with the American flag and say you support this. You know, I mean, I don't know what I mean. You can't do that. If you love this country, you cannot take a thin blue line flag. Yeah. That's a police officer and smash one with it.
Yeah. There is something called, because we've been using court before, there's something called what happens that when you become part of the mass. That's exactly what it's called. You become part of the mass, and unfortunately, once the snowball gets to rolling, you are with it. Okay, that's exactly what they call it, and it's been used as a defense in many people in these kinds of instances.
Okay, I know you know because you learned it from your they talked about this about the name in Vietnam and how this Marine officer and some of his troops they started doing some atrocities. And some of the guys that were there, they just run along for the ride. It happened to be they get overwhelmed in the bravado and the camaraderie that they had. They start doing
It's a
psychological term for you. Absolutely right. But also, you have a choice. You still have a choice in all of this. You can decide to turn around. You can say, "Hey, this is not what I want to do." Back out, but no, these people continue to go. But the only way, and to prove that you're right, when they smashed inside the building and they tore down window, they actually went in and said, "Wow, because you're right." They really didn't want to do it, but they did it. You still
and I think there should be some consequence. Not a problem. But to give that man 22 years in jail, he is a political prisoner for the first time in America.
He should get 50 years and he should not get out.
We'll be back after this.
They will have a lot of honey guns.
Yeah, 860-1440 is the number you want to give us a call. What are your thoughts on this? When we come back, because we are both military men, you can tell me what you think about Tuberville. He's my hero.
Oh my goodness.
My hero.
All right.
We'll be back after this.
Let's go find this phone booth. Oh my goodness.
You heard the part about the phone booth.
Yeah, I'm always hearing that damn phone booth.
Yeah, this one too big.
Yeah. Hey, Richard, hey, thanks for being in the military. Hey, when you retired, Mac 10, I like it. Hey guys, I'm on the radio right now with Kevin Elkins. We're on live at News Radio 1440 WLWI AM. You can find you can find this on YouTube as well. So just Google search or YouTube search Kevin Elkins, and you'll see the video. The video is showing he did the yeah. I love talking to you guys because and I can flip the camera around, but he's a black male. Kevin Elkins, former Army parachutist, I think, and he's a conservative, and I'm liberal, so I love going back and forth with this guy. And hey, he wants to groom me for his position. I would love to do radio, so that's what I'm doing. I want to get more into it. What are you talking about, Richard? Are you talking about on which side, detective or storm? Hey, Junior, is it JR or Junior? I got a lot of these Batman hats. You should go look at my TikTok. I got multiple hats, right? I'm trying to get some more. So let me know what you're talking about, Richard. Which side are you talking about? Are you talking about? Yeah, hey guys, this is Kevin Elkins. The guy we're gonna get in that radio. That's right, smartest guy on the radio. Okay. I got you saying what part of Hampton brings the capital do you not understand? Yeah. Tell me where it says that in the Constitution. That you can't storm the capital. It says you have a right to redress grievances in the government. Redress means tearing it down. Whatever is necessary to get there too. By any means necessary to get there too. Absolutely. Okay. Oh wow. So BLM was storming the Capitol. BLM stormed the state capitol. This is storming the Capitol. You know Reagan did that. When Black Panthers tried to abide by the law, Reagan changed the law. Well, again, but that was a different time. That was Governor California. Well, right, that was a different time, a different mentality. I understand, excuse it, but the way to do it is to change the law. But we have a right to reject it. I mean, our Constitution gives us that right. And I did 22 years of this. We got people who kill people. Don't get that kind of time. That's a shame. He's a bill in prison is what he is now. What got him in jail was politics. He is the first time in my life a political prisoner of the U.S. citizen. That's what he is. He needs to get Trump in the So he wasn't a political prisoner. I think the key was down here in the Birmingham jail. I think we consider him a political prisoner. He was trying to pursue the rights that we as citizens of the United States had. And he told people to be more involved. Why didn't Charlie do that? I'd have been on Malcolm X. I wouldn't have been on the kick. I mean, hit me on my eye, hit me in my face. I agree. You just teach me that when you hit me. Yeah, we got a problem. I still may lose. You don't know what's there. Yeah, exactly. They can go to News Radio 1440 and actually hear the show. I told them. Okay. News Radio AM 1440. No, not AM. News Radio 1440. Yeah, News Radio 1440. I told them about the YouTube live. Yeah, the YouTube live. But if they want to hear the callers, if you want to hear the callers, right, you got to go to News Radio. Just download the link. Download the app. But hey, we ain't got no phone. We should give it just right now. Yeah, right. Yeah, guys. We get callers. You might not. You gotta go. Yeah. You gotta go to News Radio. News Radio 14. Okay, let me make sure my phones are working this morning. People, where the people? Okay, yeah, I guess it works. Okay. This is so good. They think I'm looking at you bad enough. I don't need no help. Your conservative audience today. Your conservative audience is freedom. Okay. I understand. hey guys, don't call them. I know you're gonna. I'm gonna destroy you. Don't
Right,
call them.
right. I understand you think that. That's good. I get that. Now, let's go to the Tuberville thing. Since we both know a little bit about it. What he is doing
is wrong.
Tell me what part of it is wrong.
You're tender. Okay.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I am a retired Marine. And in some of my capacity, I had to pretty much mentor and train junior officers. And I didn't understand, for the most part, why these guys get paid. Why would a general, a four-star general, get half of what a sergeant major would do? If he's been enlisted now, he's still enlisted now as a general. Now, the pay discrepancy, I really don't like. But we take away that. Oh, and from there, he can work one up one time. So if I'm an E7 in the Marine Corps, I can work as an E8 or E9. I can hold that good. So as a Major General, Lieutenant General, you can hold anything you want at whatever rank. I get that. But when it comes to people who come down to the group with under certain authorities that the commandant does not have, with the acting commandant does not have. Now, it's easy for them to change the law and say, okay, right now we don't have a commandant, so the assistant commandant can have those same things. But if you're going to have that position, you need to give that man those. If you have those privileges, you have to give the man the right to do it. You need the authority to do it.
Do you know why?
What Tuberville is doing is wrong.
Do you know what he's doing? Do you know exactly what he's doing?
I know why he says he's doing.
Okay. Okay. In the military, anytime there's three people together, somebody will talk. Okay. Now, if you are holding the assistant commandant position in the Marine Corps and the sergeant major of the Army, and you're the assistant, if you're not capable of taking that spot if something should happen to sergeant major or the commandant, then you don't need to be in the second position. Everybody in the military can still do their job, but there is a law. There is a law that says you should not spend money to go pay for abortion of the people in our military. There's a law. I got it last week. I don't have it with me, but I didn't. There's a law that was on the books in 2002 April, where you cannot spend money like that and go abort children. Our job.
Okay, no, I know that law. Yeah, you're right. They're saying that you can't use government federal money
to do that.
But they're not using it for the person to pay for the abortion. They're just reimbursing them for the expenses to travel. That's it. If my wife has a look at me, I'm looking at it.
Okay, so if I give you money to go get it, I'm not contributing to the process.
No, not necessarily. No.
So why don't you use your own paycheck? Now, if the person used their own paycheck and took their own leave to do those things, so be it. But
they're using their own leave. They're just getting reimbursed for the travel.
Yeah, but then that's government money infused with the rest of it. And we don't. Now, first of all, we are the military. Our job is to go places. We've been there to make sure people have life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That child doesn't have neither of those if you go aborted.
Okay.
Our Constitution, life, all men are created equal and are endowed with their Creator with certain unalienable rights. So very unalienable means given by God, and mixed with life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. What part of aborting your child with government money gives me any of that?
And I have to push back on that and say, what about the life of the mother? Because if they said, if the doctor comes to you and says, ma'am, it's you or what's growing inside of you.
Well, I think that's a decision of her and a doctor.
If she says, take this out.
If the life of the mother is at liberty here, okay, in David, I understand that decision.
In most cases, it is. The misconception here, people, is that they believe that abortion is a woman just going out with anybody and everybody.
Often it is.
Just going out sleeping with anybody and everybody. And they go and say, hey, you know what? I get an abortion here. I get an abortion there. They sound like Oprah. Abortion for you. Abortion for you. No, in a lot of cases, that's not the case.
Okay.
It's no different than when when it's no different than when Reagan was talking about the welfare queen, and that was a freaking lie. It was a lie because most people in this country that are on welfare are, oh my God, it's white people. Oh my God, it's conservative.
We expecting them to be a little bit.
But that's not the way the story was out. The story was out that the welfare queen was the black woman. And that's not the case. And what you're doing is saying most people out there getting abortions are these low lives that go out there and just sleep with people previously.
Again, Taco Bill is saying, listen, you do what you think you have to do. The United States government doesn't have to pay for it. And pay, and again, if we provide your medical care, we still paying for it.
That's part of your medical care. That's part of the medical care. If there's an issue with my body to where I can't see this to have a term, is that not a medical problem with you?
And one more thing. Taco Bill, it usually they'll just pass everybody with one giant swat.
One big go.
Well, and maybe that's the problem. Maybe we should actually go into these things and look at these people individually rather than promoting everybody at the same time.
Okay. So you do that, you're going to top the Senate.
So what?
You're going to top the Senate.
They're getting paid.
The senators take the advice of the Secretary of Defense, and the powers that be over there. And that's a long history for that. There's a reason why they do that. The Secretary of Defense is these guys.
Why don't they just say, we won't reimburse anybody for going someplace and getting abortion. Let's go.
All I'm going to say support the well-being and your life.
And I think it does. But on demand abortion is not the way to do it.
Who said, see, there you go. It's not on demand abortion. It's not, oh, I'm going to go to the clinic, I'm going to get pregnant, and then I'm going to go get an abortion. It's not. Only 1%, from what I understand, only 1% of abortions are done because the life of the mother or someone is incapacitating that female. 1%. And 99% is what? What is the rest? Abortion of convenience. You can't believe that. I don't think that's it. Yeah, I do believe it. Prove me wrong. Okay, listen. Let's get it. If we're going to say that abortion is wrong, and people, let me just let you know here, I'm not for or against abortion.
They all say that when they're for.
I'm for women's right to choose. You gotta wait. Now, I'm also for a man's right to choose too. I mean, that's his child also.
He did choose. When he laid down, he chose. He chose.
So the next time, you as a man, you put yourself and you light some candles and you play some smooth jazz. You play some music. Yeah. You play big music. I stand you play big music. Yeah. When you do what you do, and you dispense that in a sock, you go to jail. You go to jail.
Dispense that in a sock.
Wherever you put it, you go to jail.
What are you going to jail for?
You go to jail because you can't get it. Every time, because men hold the spark of life. Yes, we do. Women are the incubators.
Right.
So I have life within me. I have thousands of honeybees every day. So the minute I put that somewhere where it ain't have to go, I'm going to jail.
You go overseas, right?
I go overseas.
A lot of brothers going to jail. In your case, a lot of brothers go to jail. I'm just saying.
Hey, college fellas, you guys in the dorms going to jail.
Yeah.
You're going to jail.
Yeah, you're going to jail.
You have not given that spark of life the right to live. If they have a right, they have a right to life, living in pursuit of what you're doing.
Yeah. Well, anyway, a lot of guys going to jail.
Everybody going to jail.
I mean, the Catholic faith teaches that. But again, Somerville has a right to stop what he thinks is illegal or immoral.
He has absolute right to do his thing. He's behaving.
I wish some of our city councilmen and our state senators would stand up for something. I'm all right with him standing up for what he believes.
He's using the rules of the Senate to try to get me there. Okay. And he's upset that the Secretary of Defense is not called him.
You can't take politics out of politics.
You can't.
But again, his method, maybe some people don't like.
But he's hurting.
But he's probably saved some kids.
He's hurting the military.
No. If we got a guy that's holding the slot right now, if he's incapable of leading, then get rid of him and get the next guy out of the team.
Well, see, I would agree with you on that. I would say if it's coming out of for the assistant
Not capable.
they're not capable. As a matter of fact, I say, okay, if Tuberville is behaving this way, then let's go ahead and take those powers of the commandant and move it down to the assistant commandant until we get a commandant.
Exactly. So we could rectify this if everybody didn't want political points out of this.
But it's Tuberville that want the point.
If Sergeant Major DeMarcus here could not do the job of the Sergeant Major of the coach, you need to pretty much the same guy disposition. It's still true. You're still worried about the welfare of the coach. You still got the same job whether you have the title or not. There's a movie that says, I was watching a movie, 12 O'Clock High. You ever seen 12 O'Clock High? No. Well, what happened was General Savage got shot down.
Mm-hmm.
He got shot down, and the general came in to find somebody to take his place. And the assistant, he was never given the title, but he was the assistant wing commander.
Mm-hmm.
And the general looked at him, he said, well, why aren't you leading this? Why aren't you doing? He said, because I've never been given a title. He said, if titles made leaders, I'd be in the office all day long writing up papers. He said, no, leaders come from their training and their ability, not because of somebody put a title on you. So that's a bunch of crap, unless the Marines just don't have much faith in their leadership, then you got the wrong guy there.
All right, Corporal Peyton Knott.
Yeah.
Peyton Knott. All right, Peyton Knott. Peyton was a corporal. He was the E4 in the Marine Corps, and they did not have their E7. They did not have a general sergeant.
So he took
over as the chief of that company that he was involved with, and he did some major moves.
Right.
And I think the assistant came down, and somebody came down and promoted him to sergeant.
Right.
But the day he was getting an award, they told him, they talked about his philosophy and what he did and how well he did it. And they said, hey, can we do this? They put that man to sergeant right now. So you're right. If the assistant coming out, he's a 3-star, maybe even a 4-star general, he can't do the job. Well, I would argue that he is doing the job. It's just that he don't have certain rights and abilities that the commandant has.
And I wish somebody would tell me what that is, because he reports to the report
to the chairman of the Joint Chiefs.
Right. The Joint Chiefs of Staff. So what is it that he can't do? And the military always has that waiver. We can waive anything if we want to. So that jump about he's stopping people from he isn't. He's just putting a hold on right now, so you can't with one wide swath promote everybody. We probably need to do a better job of getting to know the people we put in leadership. We probably need to do that.
This department knows who they're promoting. Like they've done the voting.
You think somebody in the Defense Department knows Sergeant Elkins down?
Oh, of course not.
Exactly.
Come on. We're talking about officers. We're talking about
what are the dumb officers?
We got a lot of them. We got a lot of them.
We don't know everything about them either. Okay, I understand. Let's take the last break. We'll come back. Tell folks where you are again and about that website you
All right, hey guys, my name is Marcus Knight. You can find me on One Morning Rants. I'm on TikTok and Facebook.
We'll take a break. We'll be back right after this. It's hard being in the room to do this. Yeah, I'm making how I'm feeling right now. Yeah, I understand. We'll be back.
Oh my goodness. And I heard that this guy don't even live in Alabama. I think he had a house in Florida.
Tuberville won, y'all lost. Y'all 0.
No lives in Florida. He's not even in Alabama. No,
if he represents my interest, I'm good.
We just stick with it. We all do it.
We all do it. You've done it.
So that makes it okay.
You've done it. I've done it.
Does that make it okay?
I said it's okay. I live with it.
It doesn't suit you.
You gotta worry about what suits you.
Oh, wow.
I don't have to worry about that. I'm okay. I want somebody with some balls to stand up for something. Okay?
He's the only guy lately that's standing up for something. You know,
He's
standing up for something.
yeah, whether something's out there, you can debate that.
Well, no. I think it's very logical to stop you from killing kids. I think that's logical.
And reasonable, but I think it's true because maybe a certain no.
Wait. What is life? Define life.
Yeah, buddy. Okay,
Define life.
I can't define something.
I can.
I can define life.
So,
It's existing.
Okay.
Without using the word life or living.
Yeah, okay. But there's only one way to exist. Only one way to exist, and that is life. Yeah. To be created. Okay. Life is what happens to you from conception to death. And you have to conceive the child before, and that process starts with conception.
And that's what I'm talking about when it comes to the movie. If they're going to sit there and release their sperm everywhere and just flush it down the toilet, are they not destroying life?
Well, until it meets that egg, there ain't no life. When it meets that egg and it's fertilized, that's life.
So that thing that's moving and functioning, all the life is in the sperm. The egg is the incubator.
The life is in the sperm. But until that sperm meets that egg, there's no life.
But you just said life is
from conception to death.
You said the life has to be created. Is that sperm being created on a regular basis?
It's part of the process. But life begins the minute that egg is fertilized. Then life begins.
Let's go there. If life starts at the moment of conception, a doctor tells that woman that you will die before you have the child.
Then I believe that she has a right to the child. I mean that's the only exception. That's the only exception.
So you're okay with someone getting raped by incest?
I'm okay with it, but the problem is the child didn't do anything. I'm not okay with the child didn't. Again, the child didn't do anything.
With my daughter, I feel it. With my daughter thinking that I have a daughter. Right. But if my daughter thinking Dad, I have to deal with it. I will. I got a lot of boys. Yeah. Dad, I will get my child within me. Get that dang child out of you. Because I don't want my daughter has to look at him to torment her.
And I think that's a decision between her.
Okay, but you gave us something.
But the child still didn't do anything.
Right, but the child is a
problem. I went to. That's a tough one. I can't. That's what I just don't. I mean, she wasn't out there flying around. She wasn't out there giving it up. It was taken from her.
Right. But there are some opinions out there that would say, no, you must still have this child.
I think that's one of the situations where you leave that up to that person to control.
You see, the difference between you and I is that I would say leave all cases up to that person. But God told it out. It's not my place to judge you. If you want to go and abort your child, you'll let God figure it out when you get there. He asks you those questions. Why did you destroy what I created?
Again, listen, your position is reasonable, but I don't think it is tenable. I think that there's so many things. Again, I'm all for the woman. If the woman's life is completely in danger, then you can always make another child. I think so. But other than that, even if you give away, the child didn't do anything. Well, again, that's up to the woman. That's up to the woman. But I think, I don't want to have a baby with that got raped. I don't want to do it.
Oh my goodness.
All righty then, we are back live. 860-1440 is the number. Let's get on something that happened since we've been here last. The whole boat thing, the whole boat thing that happened down at the pier. Right? Much to do about nothing, or was that some pin-up aggression? Now, what those guys did to the job, yeah, they should have done what they did. But all the rest of everybody fighting, everybody. What's your thoughts on it?
Think up the break.
So just like
So why couldn't the folks in
don't do that.
So why could not the people on 6th January have the same thing?
I'm not excusing those people. I'm not excusing nobody.
But you accept it. I've been up under the eyes of the rest. Yeah, come on, Democrat.
I understand.
Okay.
I don't agree, but I understand.
And that's the thing about what happened on January 6th. I don't agree with some of what they did, but I understood why it was.
You understand that Trump lost the election.
And then they do.
It had everything to do with that.
Let me ask something. In 1918, there was a pandemic in World War II, Civil War, we still had elections. We changed so many laws in 2020.
No, we did not.
Oh, yes, we did. The state of Michigan is not supposed to send out ballots to people unless they ask for them. They sent out the ballot to everybody, whether they asked or not. And somebody else filled the things out.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you that the federal government should not be involved in elections. That's why we have them in the state. COVID, and just like 1918, just like 1865, we had voting. World War II, we had voting.
But this one, we changed the rules.
Mailed out ballots.
Even though the law says you can't do it unless it is asked of you.
And that's one state.
No. All the states that they wouldn't go to court when we put these objections up, they wouldn't talk to them.
There was 61 lawsuits that Trump lost.
Because they weren't his judges.
They were appointed. Most of them were appointed by him.
He didn't know what the hell to do.
You can't excuse it. Like, but they were appointed by him.
Philadelphia really changed a bunch of laws and didn't abide by their own law. And these are the two biggest states in the electoral college that he needed, and they changed the law. Atlanta, people voting at midnight, bringing in ballots at midnight. I saw the video of it. People bringing stuff in.
Okay, so why do you guys do it?
Because they're Democrats.
Oh my
and
God.
Democrats are in charge of the process.
They're Democrats in the Republican governor state. And Democrats in the Secretary of State. Okay, so you can write on that.
The city of Miami. Democratic. I didn't say the state. I said the city. Really? Name me one Republican in the city of Miami who's in charge of anything.
You got a quote unquote Democrat. You got
No.
Are they Republican?
Well, it's nonpartisan.
Well, that's they say nonpartisan, but we all know.
Is there any Republican in charge of anything in the city of Montgomery?
No.
Exactly. So the city of Montgomery, but the state is what? Okay. So the state is Republican, but the city is for the most part politically Democrat. Well, if most of the things have to be started here, then this is state capital, the city of Montgomery. Would you say that if a Republican had a complaint in the city of Montgomery, think it would be heard? Think it would go his way? No. Yeah. Okay. So you mean intellectually honest. Well, I'm telling you, during these races in the 2020 election, a lot of those people out there, 26 everywhere, a lot of those folks were against Trump because he wasn't going to win. So Republicans are
Republican red state.
Yeah.
Republican government.
They consider Trump right. They consider Trump not one of the good old boys. Not one of the. He wasn't refined enough to be a Republican.
I agree with you.
Okay, well,
but that don't mean that they sabotage the in Nevada, they did multiple recounts and found out that, oh my God, I was won by no votes.
Well, nobody wins by votes, they win by electoral. So it depends on which state you have in. But I know that Georgia, I know that Philadelphia and Michigan had some big electoral votes there, and they screwed it up. They just did. And you're telling me here it is, the 12th day of September, 2023. you can look through my house and tell me definitely in this country, it's mentally competent, then we need to find the point. I will look you in your windows of your face and tell you that you government right to so now I want you to look me in my window and tell me that you think Donald Trump was a good president. Was a hell of a president. You got to find out. Let's take a second time that yeah, hell of a president. Now, does that mean that he's arrogant, narcissistic, sometimes overconfident on some things? But listen, that's a personality trait. I don't care about the personality. Make America first. Stop giving our stuff away. Stop buying things that from other countries that we have plenty of. I just eating in the White House right now. We are buying oil in America and we're shutting down people's oil things when America has more oil than most of them. It's easy. We can't keep the lights on during a storm. Do you actually believe if we go and make all our vehicles electric, that's going to help us? I think so. I think it will. Okay. Yeah. That's what you're gonna do? You're gonna get the last word and go commercial. There is no way our country, our grid, will take all of our this many vehicles on electric. We can't. It stormed in Texas one time a couple years ago. It was cold spring. That's what it was. The windmills weren't going around. People were freezing in their homes because of the electricity. It'll take 40 years. You need to get started now so we be ready in those 40 years. So what happens? What happens if in fact we have a devastating hurricane someplace all across the what happens if we got a 500-mile hurricane and electricity goes? What happens to all of those who believe that anything in Washington that electric EVs are good for us? Nobody. You know what's happening? Because when you do have breakdowns in electricity, what's controlling electricity right now? We don't control it. Some coal and oil factories control electricity. So when you shut down electricity, you shut down oil. You shut down pipelines. Because it takes oil to help produce some of that electricity. So we want to get rid of oil. The lifeblood of our energy. Well, first of all, I think oil companies have a monopoly on an energy source. They have a diverse energy source. I'm all for it. I would agree, but don't make us think that this nation is ready for every car to be electric. And then we can't even keep the lights on when it's raining. We need to get ready. That's what I'm saying. We need to get ready. We should have started 4 years ago. Even if you let's say everything is perfect. Everything. Long term, perfection is gone. Big strong cause, perfection is gone. We're talking rights. That's right. It don't matter if it's all coal or whatever. That's right. Okay. Well, yeah, at least the government gets some coal to start a fire. At least this keeps it warm. You can do the same thing with electricity. Not if there's no electricity being produced. If they ain't being produced. Where you going? Thanks. Oh my God. Texas is not on the grid. Texas has their own grid. But I'm a fan believer in solar power. I like to keep something in my house. It's important. And the man's style. I'm no longer I'm never done. But you can get fired from it. That's it. You don't want to know my life. I'm glad you got to shit my life. Actually, I'm the call. This is his radio show. I'm the call. Somebody doing a line. Somebody said, I like listening to you, but the co-host is wrong. And I said, no, man, I'm the co-host. I forget. Unlike most of my conservative friends, I don't mind talking to a Democrat. I don't mind. Yeah, I like to
You gotta prove your faith. Let me explain. I'm not gonna storm the window. I'll storm yours if you crazy. Mm. Yeah, I gotta put that camera down to you.
You need to hire fast and hire right? You need Indeed. Their all-in-one hiring platform helps you attract, interview, and
Oh,
hire
yeah, I can
candidates
see you.
efficiently. Visit
I see the top of your head.
Indeed.com/.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I gotta get you hire stuff. Yeah. What did you tonight? Now, we're going to hit the fundamental difference in Democrat philosophy and Republican philosophy. Different, but separate. Okay. We need to go back. We need to go back to caveman ideas. Like people say, I've done that for like I said, I'm moving back and forth. I'm liberal. You can say this. I'm back and forth. I got it down here. Stand the man. I'm just enjoying the talk show. It's better than CNN. Because you and I can disagree without being disagreeable. Right. Now that they got rid of Don Lemon, I like CNN now. You know what? I think we need Don Lemon back. Bring back Don Lemon. I like Don Lemon. They spend too much time on the stomach. You forget why God made you. I'm not a better than this. Yeah. I can't. Student position. Oh, come on. Hey, you know, like I've heard like big names and they talk about being in a position. They do not like it. I do not like people not being in. Yeah, I do this man. Like, I do not like getting over the too far. Okay. Now imagine. Yeah. Now I can't think of better than this unless you get a well, I think that's the fastest way. Yeah. You turn around my whistle. Right. You don't. Yeah. They have a greater chance of hitting you. Right. I think it's like a good that. And the NFL football used to be a running sport until they started calling about it. Yeah, it was all about running it. So, yeah. You think Alabama quarterback any good? I thought this is him. I told you, you just drive you down rough up there. Well, that was a second. What was it? Oh, I did that. Yeah, so I used to that. Alabama don't want to have their preaching. Yeah, they be ready. You want them now. You want that. But somebody is going to somebody's going to get the wrath of Alabama. They lost it. Somebody's going to get it. We'll see. Somebody said that some of these ministers are right, and I understand it.
This is the most boring show ever. Come on, man. So good. Oh, some guy. Oh, yeah, my brother. He's a friend of mine. He's wrong. Sometimes we're talking about philosophical things and not race. Yeah. Sometimes the race comes to each other. They got what a mix. They got capital. Okay, now that
But the way, and I don't watch college football that much. I don't really understand all this SEC, Pac-10, Pac-12 stuff. But you really can't lose a game in the college stuff.
Okay, we're back. 1804 Thomas said, this is the most boring show you ever did. Well, call in and give us a piece of your mind. That's all. If you don't like what you hear, come on, answer to the conversation. Yeah, I think y'all afraid of my man right here. He may be right. Y'all kind of went there. You got me. But maybe I'm doing such a good job until they feel I got this.
Maybe they think, hey, let's just listen to this. It's entertaining, and we don't want to mess up the chemistry that we got going on.
Yeah. Now, why do you think you lean toward the Democratic Party?
Simply that Republicans are Democrats.
And they both have, basically, they both do the same thing. They're looking at the phone call. But the iPhone is a business if you want to get things done. The Android is just so you can have something in your hand.
No, okay. No.
The Republicans are iPhone, and the Democrats are Android.
The Republicans are iPhone in the sense that, this country is center right. Okay. That means they're popular. This country is popular. We're more conservative. We are liberal. The Conservative Party, the GOP, the Republican Party is real restrictive. Like only 50 people can fit inside this mold.
And the Democrats are the same.
Of the Republican Party, no. Because the reason why I call the Democrats Android is because the Android is an open community where everybody's there. Everybody wants to be heard. The iPhone has a set. It's only people inside an Apple community, and you can't go outside.
Why is it that when Clarence Thomas and people like Clarence Thomas went ascended to a higher position, he was black, but they didn't like the Democrats didn't like his philosophy. So he wasn't part of we accept him. They're always whining about being black, but he wasn't black enough.
No, wait a minute, I bet you told. He had 86% of black approval running to the Supreme Court.
I ain't talking about black. That's for the white folks.
No, he had 86% black support. 1 and 2, his nomination. I was like 10. It was his, like he said, it was his philosophy. His philosophy was conservative. It was too conservative.
What's too conservative?
Okay. Republicans like to crap on the word progressive. It's only meaning that we're progressing. We're moving toward whatever direction you want to call it. We'll say we're moving toward the right direction that this country should go in. Conservative, the base word is conservative. We want to be here. Don't let move. We like what we have here. Make America great again. When did we say America was great? America's always been great. When did we say America was great? It's always been great. It was always great. Always great.
We were not perfect, but we've always been great.
We're striving to make this country a what? A more perfect union for the Constitution. We're striving to make this country a more perfect union. How can we do that if we stay
not letting everybody in? For sure.
Not letting everybody
not
in.
letting everybody, millions of people.
Do you know that this country is going to let us in?
Are we going back?
Wait. No, let's stop race.
Wait a minute. Not only did they let us in, they wouldn't got us.
Exactly. Let's just get race out of it.
Okay.
When they say all men are created equal, who are they talking about? Who are they talking about?
Okay, I've often said this.
Okay.
The formula is perfect. The formulators are not.
Okay, they're men.
Yeah, exactly. They're not perfect. And so they've done some wrong things, but who has?
Is that the excuse you give for all Republicans?
Not just.
Oh, he's bad, but okay, he gets
But in all of it, the Republicans, Democrats, we've all done some things that we wish we hadn't done in life.
Right.
We all do. The Democrats and Republicans. Let me ask you, do you believe in absolutes?
Yes, and absolutes.
Okay. What would those absolutes be to you?
Yeah. What are we talking about? Hey,
do you believe there are moral absolutes?
Yes.
Okay. Is it moral to try to change your child's gender?
Morally, no. Well, any league want to come it. Yeah, you should not try to change your child.
Okay. It's same-sex marriage is immoral.
Okay. Before we go there, because moral is subjective.
Not moral. It's not subjective.
You can say, when you give the definition of normal is whatever you consider to be normal. I'm just saying, and I would put moral in that same spot. Is it moral? In my opinion, no. I don't think. I know. I believe that if you're same sex and you're gonna get married, you can get married.
And I'm again in America, because you live in America, that's true. But that doesn't change whether or not if I'm lying to you, it doesn't make any what year it is. It's the same lie.
Right.
Okay. So do you believe that people should be allowed into other people's schools based on race?
No. Because that's a no question, or that's a no answer. But at the same time, you want to have it by both. If not, you gotta simply do it.
Do you believe that in intellect is neither black nor white? That's it. So diversity comes out of hard work. Because when we try to, the government we use to even offend. Yes. Government is like an elephant with a big trunk. We put it under the tree. What's connected to the trunk? Exactly. When the elephant gets in there, you lose your teeth. Okay. I see you there.
If you say intellect,
I said intellect has no color.
Intellect has no color. Black people, black and brown people, Asian people as well. They've been marginalized in different very, very still Asian, Africans, absolutely. They were marginalized in the country. Even though their intellect was superior, they were still marginalized and they couldn't get into those higher institutions higher on. Yeah. So because they were morally, because they were hindered intellectually, the one factor that we had was physical. The one equalizer was physical. And when Paul Bryant saw those black guys running them up on the football field, he got on the phone and said, "Hey, get me some of them." Because the great equalizer, that's why the NBA is dominated by black players. That's why football is dominated by black players. Because when you make stuff equal and put it on an equal level playing field, black people can dominate. When you put black people in those intellectual power, they dominate. But there are people out there that will look at your color and hinder your intellectual growth. So that's why the government stepped in with their trunk and says, "Hey, we have no interest in this." But no, but the government had issues too. But they come in and say, "We have no interest in this. We just want to see it equal." Because that's why Big Pharma and all the other companies don't want government in it, because government is not in it for the
If I come to your, if I come to your office, you are the CEO of you're in charge of the division of the division. Would it be fair if I automatically assume you back here by Congress? Would that be fair? Okay. But with the government being involved in trying to equalize the funding stream, it brings a connotation with it that we didn't deserve to be here, and then the only reason that we are here is because the government stepped in and told Leroy's Papa Shop that he had to hire you. So what good is that? So do I get any credit for having the sense to be here? Wouldn't I be better off not being involved in those kind of programs? And when you walk into my office, I'm here because I earned it. Right now, there's some doubt in many places whether or not we as people earn. I'm glad they did away with affirmative action. I think it hurt us more than it helped. As a matter of fact, if truth be told, white women got the benefit of affirmative action more than black folks. Okay. So do away with it all, and that way there's no doubt that I'm here because I deserve it.
That goes to earlier where people never flawed, and that they want to do the right thing. Mm-hmm. And I think at the time they thought affirmative action was the right thing. If you got 10 people trying to get into Harvard and 2 of them are black, you make one of those spots for black people. Because if you had a black person and a white person, and their intellect, and GPA, the volunteer service, all that stuff is equal, the black man will still get left out.
Yeah, so you're going down the street. On either side of you is the pond. On one side of the pond, the white guy is drowning. And on the other side of the pond, the black man is drowning. You can only save one. Who you say?
You go for the black man.
How come?
I'm going for him, and we can get the white dude out. You're going for the black dude.
We're going to the black guy first, but you can't get to the white guy.
Oh, if I get the black guy, I lose the
white
guy.
Right, you lose the white guy.
Never that.
Okay.
And I could say the same thing for a white guy. The white guy saw who to go for.
And so we all look out after our own.
We all look after our own people.
Right. Which so I don't have a problem with your decision. And me too. I you can go.
But what I'm saying is when the government was controlled by people who hated your color, they put in rules to stop your color from getting anything. They put red lines around cities. I-85, the highway right here, it cut through a black neighborhood. They redline black people. They marginalize. Look at Levittown in Pennsylvania. They marginalize black people to these areas.
There are cities in Alabama that they have made man-made lakes. They have
drowned black people.
They have drowned cities. They drowned their country.
Right.
Do you believe that we are not the same country today as we were then?
We made progress. Yes, we are not the same country. We do not. We are not the same country we were 50 years ago.
Last night, I'm online and I'm talking to the folks about minimum wage and saying you want to be paid this and you want to be paid that, you want to be paid that. And you're a history guy, so maybe you can answer this question. Minimum wage is the biggest con on the American people that ever has been. Economically. Every time minimum wage goes up, everything goes up. If not the same day, the next day. Okay, so minimum wage, you think you're making more money, but when the grits go up, the bacon goes up, the rent goes up, the car note goes up, the money on loans go up. Did you really get a raise?
Most people in this country think that when they say make America great, when they're doing the 50, when taxes go up 80-90%. So when you say, oh, here's where the government came in and said, let's make it fair, because before then, there were no minimum wage. It was you worked 20 hours a day, 18 hours a day, and you may get a Sunday off. The unions came in around the Gilded Age time frame. This is how my students and I talked about this. They came in and said, no, wait a minute. We're going to organize our workers, because that's the issue here. Who comes first, the business or the worker? Do the business owner make the business, or do the worker make the business? And that's the big fight that's going on.
But you got to have a business
You have to have a business idea in order.
And that's
And
fine.
but again,
But now these companies, right, they said we want to keep our expenses low and our profit margins high. And that meant getting rid of or making labor as cheap as possible.
yeah, as minimum wage, why do we still have poor folks to the same extent we had before minimum wage came? Because minimum wage is a crime.
Minimum wage is not a crime.
If everything goes up at the same time,
if you tell Walmart, and Walmart is the biggest corporate of all, if you tell Walmart to pay their workers a livable wage, you can get people out of poverty.
Now, whose definition is livable? What do we have to make that? Whose definition? We'll be back. Day 23 in the morning. Our numbers are 860-1440. Minimum wage. A pound on the poor people making something they did, something they did not. Is it really, or is it the tide that rises all boats? That's funny. My book got a hole in it. We'll be back.
Minimum wage is not a crime. What are you trying to tell me? What people just stepping away?
Minimum wage is going up. I started working in 72 in McDonald's. 73. No matter what minimum wage is, poor folks are still poor. No matter how far it goes up, every time they take the minimum wage up, everything goes up. And guess what? I only get one check. Everything around me that I need has gone up. I'm actually getting less. I'm actually getting less value for my higher check that I was getting.
That's not minimum wage. That's inflation.
Inflation is a man-made construct. It's a man-made construct.
Well, yeah, we can argue that. Yeah, but if we had $1 million in 1920, we have 30 million today. That's inflation.
But if it's buying the same thing, then
it's not buying the same thing.
It's buying less.
It's buying less. Your 30 million now is buying less than that.
So who determines why it's worth less?
The market.
And who runs the market?
Is it the market makers or the people that buy the products?
I'm just saying, if minimum wage was really helping, we wouldn't have poverty. It don't help.
It's a capitalist society.
Okay. All right, I'm with you. But there's nothing wrong with capitalism. Maybe the capitalists are issuing something. There's nothing wrong with capitalism.
Right, but they're not making rules for the capitalism. They're making rules for the capitalists. And because when you have no rules, they want them out.
There's all kind of rules now. They're still running them. I'm still poor folks right now still get support now than ever been. And like you said, right now, what is a living wage? What is that living wage?
That's all relative.
That's what the state of Alabama says. People in Alabama at today's market need to make at least $47,000 a year. That's at the low scale.
You know what? That's not the problem for the people. That's a problem of the economy.
Right, but the minute you get $47,000 for the average worker,
people are going to spend it.
And the price of everything is going up to get because those employees have to be paid by somebody, and they're going to be paid by the goods and services that are sold. And if those goods and services are going to go up, make sure I can pay you $30 an hour. So the $30 an hour is really not $30 an hour.
That's when you get into supply and demand. That's economics.
No, but the guy who has supply can determine the demand by limiting the supply.
And we decide whether or not we want to or not.
No, we cannot decide we want electricity. Alabama power went up.
That's it. And I see it every time we my phone about that.
So it's not surprising. The guy who has the supply determines the demand.
Okay, who do we go to other than Alabama Power?
Right, exactly.
They have a monopoly on that market.
Exactly. And
we can go to Georgia Power
because we vote for the people of the Public Service Commission, not knowing exactly what they do, but they are in control of the public utilities. All right? And it seems that
if there's a public utility, why are we getting charged? How about that?
Regulation is public because the money is collected by the private company.
because oil is increasing because the supply is low. Or OPEC will lower the supply, which increases the demand. And that's what the price is. If you have a diamond, if you have dirt is cheap because you can find it in the home. Diamonds are rare, which makes them expensive. And with OPEC, who controls the oil market, if they decrease the supply, we can increase the demand and thereby increase the price of oil. Corporations. So it is not okay for corporations to increase. And that's what he's saying. He's saying that if you pay a person a livable wage of $46,000 a year, then because you have to pay that worker more, you have to increase the dollar amount of a bag of groceries away. Minimum wage needs to be increased. But because if you deregulate, and it's improvement, if you deregulate this country, you have people out there that will run amok. Look at what happened to Enron. Look at what happened to the Indians. Every time they decrease regulation, the people that were in control ran amok. Look at what happened to the Indians. They decreased regulation, crime went up. Blue collar crime, white collar crime. They are the problem. No, I was living alone.
Well, everybody, yeah. Only some are stopped really where we are. We want to pay athletes millions of dollars. We're the only people in the world that get happy. Poor people, the only people in the world that get happy when somebody else gets rich.
I'm happy for him because I would love to be there.
Right.
And this capitalistic society is, I can be that little kid that had nothing, and I can go to do something.
But we celebrate somebody else making more money than your whole town collects all year, and you happy for them, and you say you're poor.
No, I'm happy for them because I want to be there.
You are part of them because you're going to pay for the goods and services. The price is going to go, but we want to pay an athlete like Michael Jordan and all these people. Athletes, what can they do? They just don't have the intellectual capacity of a roach. But yet, still, they make food money, and that's why most of them are broke after 5 years.
Yeah, they're not financially smart. I would think they are smart. You got something out there that people really can't.
You come with him. Yeah, that's rare.
Yeah, but you got smart guys in the football.
Oh my goodness. He's the only one. He's the only one I know.
Well, okay, you got him. He became a billionaire after you left. And LeBron's a billionaire like you.
Okay, we're back. 860-1440. Number 12, sitting there talking. Well, now. Anyway, I don't know what we were talking about economics and about how do we get out of this thing with minimum wage. We think we're getting a raise, but 2 days later we find out that the rent's going up. I mean, we're doing the COVID. And I say example, we got people in this town that are raising the rent of the same apartment you've been living in 25% because the government started sending money. Okay, now realize that the government's not sending that money now, so we got people have to move from the place they are because the landlord, okay, or the corporations want to get more money.
We do not do that because we do not do that because government's don't.
But they did it for some because they thought people would get all this money and just to come in there. Trump.
They did it for us.
Well,
they raised the rents because
but inflation's man-made.
Wait. They raised rents because inflation went up. And we can talk about whether it was Biden's fault or Trump's fault. They raised their rents because the price of carbon tax, the price of materials went up. And they didn't go that much. Well, you're right, because they still got to make a profit. So you got to replace the carpet in the house, you got to replace the tiles, and all those materials went up. So they had to charge the homeowner or the renter more.
If you didn't see in America where things went down, I mean,
no, nothing like that. If you move, you got to go back.
I mean, it's got to be something. But again, minimum wage is a con. It's a con. It makes you think that somehow you're going to be able to lift yourself out of where you are.
What people are saying is, without that minimum wage, you have companies and corporations out there paying their workers smaller money, paying them nothing.
What's the difference in there now? What's the difference? They still can't afford that.
At least make the minimum. So, okay, company A, you have to a minimum of this. Because if it wasn't for that mandate, the global federal mandate, companies will keep their workers, whatever. Go back. That's why
Shouldn't every man be able to go to a prospective employer and say, this is what I want to make? And you can't, the confidentiality between what you make and everybody else makes is if you give it away, it's really determination.
And when that happens, you have people getting fired. You know what scab is?
Yeah, a scab is a temporary employee.
Exactly. So when I go to boss man and say, hey, boss man, give me more, he said, hey, get me out of my office and bring the scab and do your job. Why do you think there are people out there? Why do you think there are individuals out there?
The scab says, I'm not saying what he did.
Get out here, I get alone.
He said, I'm not saying what he did.
And that's the problem. So people are saying, so what people are saying is, hey, we are working here. Let's go to the boss man and say, we ain't gonna work unless you do this.
How do we raise the standard of living for folks in America if every time they get a raise, everything goes up, and then we blame it on inflation?
That's not just inflation, that's corporate greed. Corporate greed. Because when you go back and you talk about the certain programs and certain things, you gotta go back, you go back a lot of times. When you go back to Reagan, you had Black too. If you go back to Bush and deregulation we had, the stock market, every time someone goes and deregulates government, the criminals, the white collar criminals go and create all contracts and destroy the economy and protect their pockets. And the one thing I did not like about Obama is that a lot of those guys, a lot of those bankers should have went to jail, but they didn't, because it was systematic what they did when it came to the housing market. They sold you a bill of goods, and they said, we know you can't afford it, but we'll just flub the numbers so you can get this house. But we're going to give you an adjustable rate mortgage, so when the stock market crashes, your rent goes up, or your mortgage goes up. It did that systematically, and then they bundled all them bad homes and sold it to somebody else and said, hey, you sell this because they have a AAA rating.
How do you believe we should? Too many people in Montgomery that is working for almost
there we go. I think I got it.
They're working their absolute butts off.
Yes.
And they still can't hardly make it. Alabama Power goes up. I tried to reach Twinkle Kavanaugh for a year now, trying to get her to explain to me why Alabama Power gets to raise the rate 3 times in 1 year. I haven't heard back from her or anybody else. What would you suggest to the people in this city who are facing hell right now economically? What would you suggest they try to do to help this area?
Oh my God! That's the $1,000 question right there. That's the hardest question of all, because when you tell somebody just hold your head down and look, the next answer will be, well, that's what I'm doing. I'm holding my head down and I'm working and I can't get anywhere. So you got the mayor who was just reelected. You got the city council who got reelected. You got the governor. You're trying to need people to say, hey, help me. But then they're telling you, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, but then they're not trying to fix the issue. So, the issue is right now, Alabama Power and all these companies have a monopoly on this. That's another reason why for alternative resources. If we had, I was just talking to somebody on TikTok. If I had solar power, I can get off this grid and have my own power. I can generate my own power. Why have they not tapped into the power of the sun and said, hey, we're gonna, but you know what? The minute Alabama Power does that, they're gonna run the rate up on the sun. They have a monopoly right now. You need more competition. You like capitalism? I like capitalism. It's a capitalistic country. Why do we have one power company in control to where they can raise the Alabama Power rates any time they want to? The last time we did it in California, we had a crisis in there that got the government fired because those people in Enron said, hey, we don't call the power outage just to do it. You just gonna turn off the power. You have a capitalist in control, you have anarchy. And that's what government comes in, where they have no problem with profits. Say, hey, we're gonna regulate you.
Okay. Do you think people can be too old to serve in country? Do you think the president is too old?
I think, yes. I think Biden needs to go and retire. I think Pelosi needs to go and retire. I think Donald Trump needs to go to jail. I think they're too old to be serving in the country.
I don't
think
want to put
Diane
you.
Feinstein.
Yeah, I don't want to put you in jail because you get old.
No, well, no, not because he's old, because he's rich. This is bullshit.
I'm
He's a criminal.
oh, we don't want to go there. We don't want to go there.
Go there.
Who's a criminal? It's easy.
You say my family.
Hey, now here's I want you. This is the president yesterday. Trying to do how old he's getting. Now, what you're going to hear here is his the woman who tells us that she likes women. I ain't mad at her, but that's her business. Pierre, whatever her name is, she actually cuts in because the president of the United States is becoming incoherent in a live press conference. Here we go. She had to stop the press conference because he was lost. It's a pig in snot. Okay, the man is too old to be in the White House.
I agree,
and I think Trump is too. Yeah. I think Trump is getting to that point too. I think he's mentally more alert. But I think that there's just a time when But if people don't see, the press secretary had to stop an interview because he had lost his way. I'm just telling you.
No, I agree. I agree. I think at a certain age, we can debate the age, but excuse me, I think at a certain age, you should not be trying to Democrat Congress Senator Diane Feinstein. She's a better part of 80, 90 years old.
93.
90. Oh, she's 93.
Yeah, 93.
And she had to sign over. She gave a power of attorney of her life over to a family member, but she's still serving in Congress.
That's a shame.
That's
only Democrats do that.
Oh my God.
Only Democrats.
No. Okay. So who's 84 and freezes up in front of a camera?
Who?
Mitch McConnell.
Oh, yes, some people go to.
The man has had multiple strokes in front of cameras,
right?
But he's still trying to serve. And they asked him about running for re-election in 2024, and the man locked up again.
Well, Nikki Haley said something the other day that I thought was absolutely exquisite. The Senate has become the most expensive nursing home in the history of America.
Thank you, and she's right.
And I absolutely agree with her. That's why I was going to run for office, but by the time the next elections come, if the good Lord gives me the blessing, I'll be 17 years old. Although I'm brilliant, but still.
Hey, you have more cognitive ability than most people out there. You can run and win.
Yeah. If you have more cognitive ability than most people out there, who knows what about 4 years from now? I don't know.
Yeah, right now you're good, but we don't.
Yeah, we just don't know. 860-1440. Listen, you guys can at least call and say hi to my man. This one he got up early in the morning. And listen, for a Democrat, you're not totally 100% wrong, but you about 50-50 there.
I honestly believe right now. Yeah. I honestly believe right now that people do not want to call in because they may be, one, having a good time and listening, and number two, they don't want to get beat up and destroyed by this disabled Marine. I don't need a phone booth for you people.
Yeah, I understand.
I would take you in this office.
All right, well, somebody, now you've been challenged. He put the challenge out there. I don't know what Commergent is this morning. I mean, he normally calls and dogs everybody.
Now,
Make sure the phone line's still working. Is the phone line working? Okay. Yeah, that's working. Okay, they just don't like you.
That could be the third reason.
But I find you to be somewhat reasonable. I mean, I don't have to agree with you, but you present your case. Okay, somewhat anyway. Yeah. So our numbers are 860-1440. Just in case y'all want to get. Here's a statistic that Alabama should not be proud of. Alabama is the #1 state of road rage incidents in America.
Alabama.
Wow. Now maybe that's because Alabama lost the game or something like that. I don't know, but we're the #1 state in road rage incident. You would think that would be California, but not really. Most of them don't speak English anyway down there, so
Oh,
we don't know what the hell they're saying anyway. Anyway, oh, another thing too. Somebody asked me that I got a friend who needs a sixth grade, a tutor for a sixth grader. If anybody knows anybody, just text me 241-9998, and I can get a number to him about his grandchild. He's in the sixth grade. He needs a tutor. So if anybody knows anybody out there that does that kind of work, you can text me 241-9998, and I will give him the number. Okay. Anyway, so road rages, we beat everybody. Okay. Oh, good news. Disney and Charter settled their dispute because when we got ready to watch football the other day, we was told that Charter said up yours, or somebody said up yours, and they pulled. So I don't know. One more thing. Let me take a break. We'll come back. The last thing, this new congressional thing that they want. Historically, you can tell me where black folks have actually benefited on any place in America where there's a black district, and I'll eat my hat. We'll be back after this.
Use hot sauce.
Okay. I don't see it. Every black congressional district in this country is littered with schools that are falling off. It's bad. Urban America. We all not say urban. We all say urban. We shouldn't say urban school. Black schools, because that's who's in them. And poor Mexican guys.
Urban is the politically correct term for
black.
For the N word.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much. Oh, I'm good. Thanks. Hey guys, I'm glad you guys stayed. I got about another 15, 16 minutes of this. Me and him going back and forth. Again, I love it. I'm a liberal, he's a conservative, and we're just going back and forth. For some strange reason, nobody has called in today. Nobody called in. I think they're afraid of me. I think they're afraid to go back and forth with me. Nobody wants to challenge me on the topic, on the issue. And that's fine. I'm having a great time going back and forth with him. He does his program, News Radio 1440. He does his news program from 6 to 9 a.m. Central. And right now it's 8:44 in Alabama, so we're Central Time. And from 6 to 9, he has people calling in a lot, but today nobody's calling in. I don't know what that's about. Nobody's calling in, but I want to see what happens tomorrow. I'm not going to be here tomorrow, so I'm going to watch the show and see what people say if they call in. I was just telling everybody, I wonder what's going to happen to you tomorrow when I'm not here. Are they going to call in?
Yeah.
What they're going to say?
Yeah, they'll be all right.
Stop bringing that guy on the show.
No, I've always been like homosexual people. I've always invited them up here.
Yeah.
Explain to me your position.
Yeah.
And either I agree or disagree, but I would never be disrespectful to people, or never, you. And if you put forth a good argument, that school that movie was about, I think it was called Wiley College, in The Great Debaters.
Yeah, okay.
The movie. How did they go into a prejudiced, overwhelmingly prejudiced environment and win? Because nothing takes the place of excellence.
Yeah,
nothing takes the place of knowledge.
When you intelligently state your argument,
yes, you can
convince people.
You can convince people.
You can win people over. Yeah.
How did Thurgood Marshall go in front of a U.S. Supreme Court that's all white and win Brown v. Board of Education?
You got to convince an argument.
Exactly. And that's what I tell people. The best way to beat an argument is with a better one. And even white people who don't like black folks appreciate a good conversation. They do. I mean, I like you.
You ain't gotta. You don't have to like me, but you can't argue my facts. You can't argue my argument.
The formula is always correct, but the formulators,
right,
are the people who are not perfect.
And it's the same thing about capitalism. Capitalism is a great system, but it's the capitalists who are the problem.
Exactly. It's a capitalist system. You know what? My phones are messed up.
Your phone?
Phones are messed up. That's why.
Oh, somebody said your phone's messed up?
Mhm.
Oh, that's why they're not calling?
Yeah. Okay, let me redo. Okay. Well,
yeah, but the dial tone was on. So.
The dial tone there, but I mean, but when they're calling in, they're getting a beep sound.
Oh, okay.
But I just reset it, so we may be able to take one call.
Especially now during this challenging season with healthcare costs and out-of-pocket expenses going up, Medishare can save you a lot of money. A typical family saves $500 a month. Medishare works too. It's been around for 30 years. Members have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. There are different options to choose from to fit your budget. I'll give you the number here in a second. And
see, and this is what we cannot. This is what we cannot do on black stations. We cannot have these kind of conversations because a black politician don't like what he hears. Right. I've been threatened so many times up here I've been on this radio station about black politics. It don't even bother me no more.
Yeah.
But make a good argument.
Right. Right.
Listen, I mean, Democrats ain't always wrong and Republicans ain't always right.
Right. Right.
But philosophically, I think the conservative mantra is still better for upward mobility for black folks than listening to the Democratic Party.
And why do you say that?
Because I think when you tell me that a man should be a woman, he can be a woman. No. If you can't get gender right, then what the hell else you gonna get right? If you can't, the basic fundamental the earth creation, man and woman, if you can't get that right, how the hell can you get anything else right?
I think all they're saying is if you want now, whether or not you agree with it, that's your preference, but if you want to change your gender,
you can, but you can.
Well, no, not gender, but if you want to change who you are physically.
All righty then. Well, I understand my phones were out of order for a minute. I didn't realize that. I wonder why nobody called.
Yeah.
860-1440. Now reset the phone, so if anybody want to give us a call and see whether or not they can actually get in, you can do that. Let me use my phone here and see if I can.
I could have swore they were afraid of me.
Well, no, we ain't afraid of you, brother.
I could have swore they were scared of me. My bad, people. My bad.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, man. A lot of people been trying to get in. Well, sorry about that.
Okay.
But hey, let me see. Let me use my phone here and call and see if the lines are working here. Let me see. What's our number? 860-1440, 334-860-1440. Okay, let me see. Okay. Ooh, you know what? It's ringing, but it ain't ringing. Oh.
All circuits are busy.
Well, sorry about that, guys. All right. Okay, if you want to call, let me see. Let me call it. Okay, I'm going to give out this VIP number just once, just to see if that line's working. 323-0042. If anybody can, let's call that number real quick and let me know. And don't use it no more. This is just my VIP line that I'm trying to figure out. Oh, there's somebody. Okay. Well, I guess the rest of I knew that I've never went this long without a call, brother.
Yeah.
Hey, come on, who's this? Yes. I know, brother. Well, I didn't realize that, we weren't talking. But it's been such a great conversation. Hell, I was doing good by myself.
I was killing the women.
Because it's not the people, it's the philosophy. It's not the people. Yeah, but Well, it's not the people; it's the philosophy.
You get me?
Man, I love my people. I love my people. Yes. Okay. Well, listen. I just want to know. I just want to know one thing. I hear. Okay. Well, can you answer me this one question? I got you. Answer this one question. Okay. 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 I'm good. I appreciate it. Okay. I'll let you go. We go. Okay. Anyway, what are talking? Oh, there's a lot of contention going on about we need a third congressional district of black folks for black folks. Um, do you believe that white people, a white representative, can adequately represent black folks,
yes,
and vice versa?
Yes.
So why is it important? Why don't we just have districts and let black and white folks run for it and the best man win?
Well, see, that's the issue, because it's not that they want a black representative; they just want a black district.
So the Democrats need it.
Well, no. When they say black district, the Republicans are trying to put all black people into one district.
Oh, here's my favorite call right here. Here's my favorite call right here. Morning, Don.
Yeah, you can't hear the caller. You got to tune in. DeMarcus Knight, how you doing, sir? I'm pretty much ill-informed. Hit me. I'm gonna let you talk. Go ahead. Get it in. You got it. Floor is yours. I think the Commandant of the Marine Corps. Oh, I'm sorry. He does not report to the chairman of the Joint Chiefs. He reports to the Secretary of Defense, who goes to the Joint Chiefs. There you go. I said the Joint Chiefs, but I'm wrong. He reports to the Secretary. He reports to the Secretary of Defense. What cases? Trump and his lackeys had about 60 cases that went in front of. Most of those I can't give you all 60 cases. Can you name 2 or 3? You know what? I can't give you one. Can you give me 2? I don't know, sir, but you enlighten me. So why did they take the votes back? So what is the problem here?
Because they cheated the man.
No, they did not cheat the man.
Okay.
Because the court said we can't go. Yeah. What's your definition of bigot, sir? No, you called me that. You tell me. Well, I don't know what you mean when you say bigot. We're lost here. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not a bigot, but go ahead. No, I didn't say only black people can play in the NFL. There are white Hall of Famers. No, I said the great equalizer here. I said the great equalizer here is physical sports, because they tried to restrict black people. They tried to. No. They tried to restrict black people in all the intellectual markets. And the one market they could not restrict black folk was in physical ability. That's why when Paul Bear Bryant. That's why when Paul. That's why when Paul Bear Bryant saw black folk on the football field. When black people were restricted.
Okay. Well, y'all ain't gonna agree with that. He's not gonna let me get it in. But listen, I appreciate you call. I'm sorry my phones were all messed up. I didn't have no idea. Someone should have texted me, tell me that they were. But hopefully tomorrow tomorrow we're gonna have the Salvation. Everybody's been wondering about the Salvation Army. They'll be here tomorrow at 8 o'clock. And if you want to have a conversation with them, I want to calls I miss a lot.
You missed a lot of calls.
Hey, Don, we done, brother. But I love that caller ID thing right there. Yeah, okay, hold on. Yeah, we got to go because it's over. But anyway, man, it's always good to see. Always good to see.
I enjoy coming up here. I wish I had more time. And hey, the next time I hope when I come up here, the phones are working so I can get back at that guy and answer his question. I'm not a bigot, sir.
Yeah. Well, we're all bigots. I mean, and bigot means you prefer something over something else. We're all bigots. That's what it means.
In his sense of the word. I knew where he was going.
Yeah, I knew he was going to. but he all right. Anyway, how people can reach it? What's that Facebook page you got?
Oh, it's One Morning Rants.
Okay.
You can find
the
me on
number
TikTok.
one. The number one morning rants. RANTS.
Yes.
Okay. Well, listen, and you do some good stuff on there too. You're not as great as I am.
Okay.
But,
okay, I'm getting there.
Yeah, you getting there. I mean, you're still a youngster still. You plan on running for office in town or anything like that?
I thought about it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
I'm not running, so you're clear now. You're clear. Anyway, you didn't see me throw the baseball Sunday at the game?
I did not, but I heard you talk about it.
Yeah, it was a flamer.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
As a matter of fact, I thought the Biscuits wanted to hire me after they saw me throw that ball.
Oh yeah.
Okay, but I had a job already.
What, they want to hire you selling peanuts or something?
No. For the next picture. Anyway, time's up. I gotta go, everybody. But we appreciate you. I'll be back tomorrow, same bat channel, same bat tune. Bye. I never went this long. I'm so glad I had somebody up here today.
Yeah, right.
But sometimes it's good just to listen.
Yeah. And I think because they couldn't call in, that's why a lot of people when they did call in, they were fired up because they wanted to get in and get their 2 cents in, but couldn't. So when they got a chance to, they went a little crazy with it.
Somebody says, I believe you can change your gender because gender is only a human-made construct, but you can't change your sex because sex is God-made construct.
Okay. I'm getting into the
How do you separate one from the other?
Gender and sex?
Yeah. How do you separate one from the other? Oh. It was not, anyway. We'll talk about that some other time.